Halpern shaded there by Rick Nash. Dinas Zubris spins. Ovechkin fires. He scores! Alexander Ovechkin, welcome on board.
Well, that is called pulling the trigger, and this youngster hammers it home. What a first goal for Alexander Ovechkin. He will remember this with his folks in the crowd tonight forever. There's the slap shot, nice recycle of the puck in the corner. Ovechkin knows where to lay out in the soft area. He does, and he hammers it home.
And a salute to the faithful in D.C. Father Michael, Mother Tatiana in the stands watching. Brother Michael, who he says always watches out for him. Well, they had their eyes peeled on that laser. Alexander Ovechkin, 7 minutes, 21 seconds into the second period. Less than an official half hour into his NHL career, and he's got that first one.
Plays it across, gets it back. Heward looking, fakes the shot, into the corner. Back pass to Muir, to Heward, save, weak, rebound, score! Ovechkin. The kid got there on the 5-on-3, and the Caps lead for the first time in the game, 3-2.
And still have a power play. Kasparaitis will have a minute 13 to go, and Heward had the great shot. And you're going to see a tremendous save, but no chance for Weeks on this rebound as Ovechkin just drove to the net, found the puck, and roosted it. He knew what to do. This is a great shot. Great save, and there he is, chips it over, bang. Washington scores a power play goal to take the lead. Ovechkin reads it. You know, that Heward kid, he took the puck from his own end and skated it all the way in on his own and set it up.
Legion had a problem with Wesley along the boards. At dead center, it's Castles. Castles over the stripe. Ovechkin knocks it down beautifully and scores! What a goal by Alexander Ovechkin! You talk about hands. He had to settle the puck down and somehow shovel it over Cam Ward, and number 8 did.
Gorgeous move. And Andrew Castles set him up. Castles is approaching 1,000 games, and he has been primarily a playmaker in his career. And he did a great job. Here is Castles right here, and this is Ovechkin. So let's watch as Andrew Castles just subtly draws two guys. And look at the strength by the young Russian there to pull it from the forehand and eventually beat Cam Ward on the backhand. Oh, what a play. And gets it up to boot. If he slides that thing along the ice, chances are Ward makes the save, but was able to waft that puck very quickly and beat Ward, it looked like, between the arm of the blocker and the body. Gorgeous goal.
NHL start back in '99. Corralled in the corner. Stumple twisted on back. Halpern pouncing on that. Skips one towards the front. Ovechkin to the slot. A little jam shot by Wilsey, stopped by Luongo, and then they score! It's tapped underneath the fallen netminder. Washington takes the lead.
And Cairns trying to get in with it with Jeff Halpern. The Caps just on a couple of stuff attempts finally get Luongo down and out, doing a snow angel in his goal crease. And the puck was there laying, not covered up, and the Caps finally poke and poke and poke and put it home. Here's Ovechkin working down low. There's a great Wilsey play. Then Wilsey's hacking, whacking, and it goes in that short side post. Ovechkin and company on the scoreboard early here in FLA.
Sean Morrison, former Bruin lead pass. Ovechkin dashing in, trying to go forehand. He scores! Alexander Ovechkin with a great pass from Morrison, opening the scoring at 3:25.
Boy, this kid has really got some go. Great pass, though. That was the key right there. Now watch how he moves to the forehand and just flips it up. Just got it inside the goalpost. And that was the Capitals' first shot on net, and he just put it in there. He has really got those nice hands. You can see why he leads his team in scoring. He just picked up goal number 7.
From the corner or from behind your own goal to find enough momentum to get it past the defenseman at the side of the goal. Scores! Ovechkin!
This guy needs half a chance to score a whole goal, doesn't he? He looked like he was at a bad angle, and I'm not sure Tellquist got over and out far enough to cut any chance of a goal off.
The changeup too, Harry. I don't think he got all of it at all. And just a flutter shot goes into the net. And some good work here by the Capitals to keep the puck alive in the point. And as you mentioned, Harry, there's the flutter ball. Ovechkin just sneaks in, an offside winger, and the puck arrives in his stick.
9th of the year and his 3rd power play goal of the season.
Intercepted by Ovechkin. Zubris looks. Zubris back to Ovechkin. Whoa, what a shot! A bullet over the glove of Belfour. It's 2-0 Washington.
This guy has got a tremendous shot, not only velocity, but how quickly he gets rid of it. And the goaltender doesn't have much of a chance. On the glove side, a rocket shot. His 11th of the season. A takeaway in the Leaf zone ends up in a face-off at center ice. Did it go off Ken Klee's stick? It may have.
Well, it got up in a hurry, whether it was on Klee's stick or not, and he got it away in a hurry. And Ovechkin has his 11th of the season.
Meanwhile, loose puck there, backhander off the outside of the goal and forced wide by Wilsey. He's got him out in front. On a shot! It hit the post! Did it go in? They're pointing that it was in fact a goal, and so it will go as a goal for Ovechkin.
Oh, I mean, Doc, we talked about the Caps not quitting, and Ovechkin, what he did earlier, though, to pull a puck through traffic, Doc, was incredible. Now here you're going to see it here. Now watch 8. Look at here, 3 Devils around him. He's able to get it through, and that's how it got loose to the Caps, and they kept pounding away. And here you're going to see the puck come out front, and Ovechkin, whoa, quick hands. Wilsey does a good job. Zubris blocking out a few guys. I mean, that is upstairs. I mean, you look at that stick, you swear, you know, it is quite a toe hook, Doc, but you swear he'd have to have a 9-iron or a wedge, because that baby from the edge of the crease went right up and hit the back bar.
The Sabres leading by 3. Castles, nice pass. Ovechkin fires and scores! Kiss off another one for number 8.
Kiss it off into the top corner. What a rocket he launched from that left circle top. Now the Caps are in business. 2-goal lead, the worst lead in hockey. The fans here in Buffalo all over the hometown team as they dwindle a 7-minute power play. There's the Ovechkin slap shot and the kiss off. Here he is teeing it up. Nice little isolation, gets it, fires it. Might have ramped up off the stick of Connolly and over top of the glove of Biron. Caps just like that. 6-4 Sabres.
Boy, does he like high glove or what?
Yager was funny, but Malik's a serious player. Oh, there's a takeaway. Ovechkin scores! Sloppy play by the Rangers in their own zone, and Ovechkin with his first goal in the last 7 games.
It was Ville Nieminen who had the puck. He got way too fancy. And then when Ovechkin scored, it was off the goalpost. Malik was waiting because Roosevelt had just come on the ice. There's the pass, and there's the bad play. Tried to go up the middle to his forward line mate, did Ville Nieminen, and who's there but Ovechkin. Nieminen wanted the puck, got it. He gave his defenseman a good out, and then he went up the middle instead of up off the boards as he tried to hit Ruchin, and that was a perfect shot. Ovechkin shot off the goalpost. Sam Lundqvist told me, he says, you know, Ovechkin, one thing about him when he shoots, even when the puck's rolling or if it's tight to his feet, he still gets a huge amount of velocity on his shot.
The marquee top 10 defenseman in the National Hockey League. Barry Trotz compares him to Calle Johansson.
Ovechkin storming in and he scores! Alexander Ovechkin!
Well, when Ovechkin gets ahead of steam and gets his right shoulder past the defenseman, he's only going to one spot, and that's the paint in front of the goalie. He makes no mistake to the top shelf, to the roof. Here you see it nicely formulate, coming across the blue line. Castle set him up. Watch him move in with that right shoulder, right leg, getting around Timonen. Watch this right here. There's the power move into the paint, into the roof. Ovechkin gets the Caps back in this game.
The veteran Andrew Castles goes back to the line. On the left side, the right-hand shot, Ovechkin sets up. tipped in front of the goal. Ovechkin's got it, scores! Alexander Ovechkin. A power play goal, and it's 1-0.
Boy, he wasted no time. They had just too many bodies for the Red Wings. See, 3 of them in front of the net with only 2 Red Wings. When you're on a power play, that kind of situation can present itself, and it did. Osgood made a really good save through traffic there. And no chance for the rebound off the stick of Alexander Ovechkin. And boy, he did snap it high. Bing! 18th of the year for the kid.
And his 8th on the power play for Ovechkin.
Played back. Got Biron. He's got a good shot to the point, too. Heward. Ovechkin, goal. So, that was the giveaway.
No, that's
from DeVries that ends up hurting the Thrashers.
And at the time, I looked at the clock. There was 12 seconds remaining when DeVries didn't get the puck, even though he had full possession. That would have killed off the 5-on-3 situation. They get it to Ovechkin. Quick release. Traffic in front. You can see why he's such a gifted goal scorer. A la Ilya.
Doesn't he have one of the quickest releases in the league, wouldn't you say?
I think he does. And a little bit of post-goal celebration
so far.
Waiting for it on the wall. Uwe just got back in time. Rebound, score! Ovechkin!
OV gets so excited he knocks his teammates down when they're coming to hug him and say, way to go, OV. Ovechkin and the Caps have a 2-goal bulge over the Montreal Canadiens. Again, a sharp angle shot. Ovechkin, as we take a look at our Alexandria GM Pontiac Buick Ovechkin. Here he is, sharp angle shot. That baby was below the goal line. It looked like he wrapped it off his left toe. And Ovechkin has a 20 goal up there for the season. You look at the rookies all time that are 20 goal scorers. Carpenter, Valentine, Walter, White, Gustafson, and there is AO this season joining that rookie class in Caps history.
That was Stewart activating, and he got crossed up. Ovechkin's out of there, 2-on-1. Ovechkin in, fires and scores! Alexander Ovechkin, top shelf.
Alexander Ovechkin tried that shot 2 other times early in this period, Joe, on the power play, going high on Toivonen. He's seen enough of Toivonen to know now that this kid gets down and plays deep, so there's lots of top net. And when you shoot it like that, you'll find lots of top net. Watch this shot. Oh, my goodness. Ovechkin to the roof. He has better hands than most roofers, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Pettinger just couldn't find that puck. That's the first really juicy rebound that lays right in front of the paint that the Caps were unable to collect. Ovechkin 10-10 on the power play.
Toe drag, stop, rebound, score! Alexander Ovechkin!
Well, there's Alex Ovechkin, now his 11th goal on the power play, 21st point, and his 23rd goal continues his scoring prowess for this Caps team in consecutive games now. 5 fake shot, curl and drag. Uh-oh, here they come. Shot, rebound, goal. Chris Therien did not play the man. He played the puck, and that cost him our Ovechkin. Brought to you by Alexandria Buick GMC Pontiac. There you see Ovechkin on the rebound. Juicy rebound off the left toe. Ovechkin has tied it up on the power play. And he's been pretty even-keeled. He knew what he was getting into.
Ovechkin fires and scores! Right off the draw, the goal-scoring streak is alive.
Well, Alex Ovechkin just shoots the biscuit, and it goes right between the wickets of the goaltender. And it's an excellent job by Brooks Laich. He'll get the only assist. This is one Lehtinen would like to have back off his glove and through his legs. But a good job by Brooks Laich, winning that draw to Alexander Ovechkin. He now has a 6-game goal-scoring streak it stays alive here this afternoon.
Zubras to the front, deflection try, pinballed off of Monroe. Ovechkin's follow-up chance was rejected just the same. Ovechkin makes the strip on Barnaby. Ovechkin walks in, fires and scores! Alexander Ovechkin, it's 3-2.
Well, we were mentioning moments ago about Alexander Ovechkin being held very well by this Chicago Blackhawks club. Held in checks. Crazy eights around here at MCI Center, and it's a shot Monroe would like to have back. Give credit for Alexander Ovechkin. Watch him fight through the check. Number one, fighting off a coin, fighting off Barnaby on our Alexander GMC Pontiac Buick. A nice isolation. There's the wrister. He fought off Barnaby. He fought off the defenseman. He fought off the goaltender. Ovechkin and the Caps, one behind the Hawks.
Ovechkin trying to grab it. Hagman stole it. Ovechkin finds it into the zone. Tic-tacking shot, and he scores! Huh. And there he is.
He just whipped right past two of his teammates to get over toward the bench. He is one pumped up guy right now. Oh, he's got quick hands. Watch this. Little poke in the neutral zone off of Hagman, and then falls it up and then dices that thing, pulls it in, snaps it past Boucher, who tried to drop down and block it in front of Turco. And he beat Turco with a perfect shot to the short side. And I bet Marty Turco had a little trouble finding that one past the block in front of him. What a snapper.
Marchand, and off to the races, Chris Clark. Clark for Ovechkin behind the defense. He's in. He scores.
How about Alexander Ovechkin? You want to see a little speed coming through the zone? He's the guy that started this play off. A nice little feed through the neutral zone. Oh, 28 goals for the youngster. Outstanding. And he makes the little chip. Look at that nice little feed through the middle. And there goes Clark. And then it's just speed. And you can't really tug anymore. So he goes down. And, oh, a little forehand, backhand right by Giguère. Boy, how about the speed? The kid loves to score. He got a nice little pumpernickel. Look at this. This is why I love this kid. No matter how much he scores, yeah, you got to have a little enthusiasm to play this game.
You talk about his love to play the game. He loves to compete.
Here he goes.
I'm sure Pittsburgh would like to give them back Sergei Gonchar.
Now he dumps it in. Back to get it, Ricci. It comes to the side. They score! It wound up in behind Brian Boucher. I'm not sure how, but it's a power play goal, and the Capitals have a 1-0 lead on the Coyotes.
I believe Zdeněk Michalek inadvertently tapped it into his own net. The puck was just lying loose, and between Brian Boucher and Michalek, there was a little confusion. The puck comes in. Who touched it last for Washington? That's going to be the key. Holy jumping, I don't know how that goes in the net. Zubras is there. It had to have tipped off of, it had to have tipped. And Ovechkin's reaction, he doesn't care who scores the goal.
Off the ice. Ovechkin full throttle right on it, he scores! Alexander Ovechkin adds to the highlight reel.
Well, Mike Kitchen was worried about his matchup defensively. They don't want to make a change there. They've been walked twice, once by Clymer, and now the crazy eights are out. Here he comes down the ice. Inside, outside, see you later, Roofer. And no chance for Sanford. Here's a look at our Ovechkin coming up the ice. Here comes Alex. Just wheeling and dealing, inside, outside, through the D. The quick release beats our goaltender, Sanford.
The man's insane.
On our two-man advantage here. 5-on-3. Trying to make it happen to tie the game. Zubras going back. There is Scuderi in front. Now the loose puck, and Ovechkin can't drive it home. First penalty's almost over. Shot, there it is. Ovechkin will get it. And it is a 1-1 tie, and it will go into the second penalty because just on the ice at the moment was Melekar. It will not go in the books as a 5-on-3. It might as well have been.
And what a shot. Talk about a sniper. Absolutely incredible. Just listen to the timeout, what they were saying.
Challenge Ovechkin. Challenge Ovechkin.
Challenge Ovechkin. Well, the problem was the puck came over to Ovechkin, 5-on-3. You're going to give him that shot every time. You're going to give him that shot. I cannot believe what Marc-Andre Fleury was doing here. The goaltender Fleury just not ready for this shot, and he's got to be ready. What a shame. Marc-Andre Fleury just not playing the angle correctly. I don't know what he's thinking that. Did that go off Talbot's stick a little bit?
Zubris challenged by Hatcher and by Stevenson. Great look. Ovechkin fires and scores. A no-doubter to the top corner.
What a shot, and an even better pass from Dainius Zubris right through the seam. Certainly the Philadelphia fans cheer on their home team, the Flyers, but they're also here to see this kid, Alexander Ovechkin, and what a blast it was. We mentioned in the first that we saw a goal on the horizon. Well, it doesn't get any better than that. What a slap shot. Poor Robert Esche. No opportunity to stop this blast. Here's a nice isolation on our Ovechkin. Watch him tee it up. Look at him already cork it up. There's a slap shot. No chance for their netminder.
Alexandria Buick, Pontiac GMC, paying dividends again with Alexander Ovechkin.
Spezza without one of his young running mates. Patrick Eaves was injured in that little fracas with Brendan Witt. Right off the draw, the Washington Capitals end the shutout hopes of Ray Emery. A lightning bolt from long range.
And what a shot that was. That was the water bottle. The net bulged. You win faceoffs, you get a chance to score. And that's exactly what happened. Here it is right off the faceoff. Right to Ovechkin, and he fires it. Right to the roof. What a shot. And there you'll see the reaction of Spezza after the goal. Not too happy, allowing a late goal, but it's a great face-off win. And just like that, with the flash of the stick, Alex Ovechkin, 4-goal goal-scoring streak continues.
The Islanders have Bates, Kavasha, and Asham with Erskine and Lukowich, and Ovechkin scores. Well, the puck is never on Ovechkin's stick very long. And that time he snapped it past Snow. 6 games in a row now for Ovechkin with a goal, and Washington leads 1-0.
You make any kind of mistake at all, and you end up giving him room on the other side, and that's what can happen. And Ovechkin, the Islanders, that was Kavasha. Gave the puck away, and here they come. I mean, that's just it's a bad pass there in the neutral zone. If there's no play in the middle, you've got to go up the boards with it. So Kavasha tried to make a play to the middle. Washington turns it over right to Ovechkin on the fly, and it's in the net.
Pass play a couple of times early and just failed to click with Zubris and Ovechkin. Clymer and Muir, the point men. And there is Ovechkin. Wilsey parked in front. Ovechkin scores! Number 42 as it gets through Sebastian Caron.
Third week goal of the night on Caron. This one here, he gets caught cheating. Not square to the shooter. Remember I said set up the one-timer? You don't even have to set up the one-timer. Just drifted at the net, 5-hole goal. You got to know, Ovechkin, he's got 8 shots after 2 periods. Do you think he's going to shoot a 9th at the net? This guy is not afraid to shoot the puck. He's had 11 shots in a game once. He's had 10 3 times, 9 twice.
And a lot of goaltenders have talked about the deceptive release.
Tim Connolly doing the honors, and Ben Clymer just a couple minutes later as Ovechkin. Alexander Ovechkin.
Watch how quick he gives it up and then gets it back. And now watch his quick release. Look at that little play to himself along the wall. And right now, that's a perfect shot, but Ryan Miller is still struggling with the same things he was against the Philadelphia Flyers when he got pulled after 40 minutes. Ovechkin, great shot, long. Look how he put that puck to the outside to protect it, got it to the inside and shot it quickly. Glove side.
The fact that you had that balanced attack, and the guys you mentioned who don't have current streaks have been scoring as well. Ovechkin shoots, he scores. Wow, he ripped that one past the glove of John Graham, stepping in across the blue line and opens the scoring at 5:01.
I tell you what, watch this play. Watch when he comes right here at the blue line. They try to keep him off to the side. You look like you got him, and he just makes an outside-in move, and then just comes in and just rips it up over that top, or the glove over into the top shelf. That's a tremendous shot, but that move at the blue line was incredible. Little outside in, and away he went.
Careens on through Ladd. Brooks like with Rico Fata, and Ovechkin fires to score! Alexander Ovechkin.
Well, we talked about him becoming the all-time leader in Russian rookies in the NHL. Well, now he keeps adding to his point total. What a shot, a broken play. Alexander Ovechkin just ripped his 47th past Gerber. Gerber was stunned, and he didn't move out quick enough. Here's a reverse angle. Look at this play. The shot just thrown at the net, hits Adams, goes right to Ovechkin, and Ovechkin puts her in far side. Here's a look at Alex, number 8, cruising in, gets the puck, spins around. 1-0 Caps early on.
Zubras has Ovechkin out there with him and spins it across to him. Alexander Ovechkin going to work on the Ursina side, then crosses to Mark Stewart. He scores! Ovechkin in overtime. Goal number 49, point number 100, and Washington wins it.
And they retrieved the puck. Chris Clark went to the linesman, got the puck for his teammate Ovechkin. What a shot this was. Oh, what a shot. Zubras made the play. As you see Ovechkin kissing and looking up. Finally gets point number 100. Zubras had done the work, gave Ovechkin the puck, and he went wide, and a back against the grain shot that went off the goaltender Thomas. And with 1:30 left in overtime, Ovechkin's shot wins it 2-1 in favor of Washington. Boy, that was the pass by Zubras. Zubras was the best player on the ice in this game away from the goaltenders. And Ovechkin found some room and just ripped a shot that surprised the goaltender Thomas, and just like that it was over. Congratulations. Point number 100 for the rookie Ovechkin.
Penalty is over on McKenzie. Ovechkin fires and he scores number 50. Alexander Ovechkin. Power play ended, but for all intents and purposes, it really was a power play goal by the time McKenzie got back.
Well, McKenzie did his best to come screeching back. You see him, he's the one reaching right there. Again, right now, Mike Dunham makes the motion that he can't see it, and that's valid, and he can rip it. We watched him practice that exact shot from that exact spot this morning, but he's deep.
Well,
Mike Dunham's very deep.
If you can't see it, you're not going to stop his shot.
No, and this is deep into the history books for this one. Look at this, only the second person ever to have 50 goals and 100 points in their rookie season.
Gary Roberts.
Okay. The nutrition guru.
No, just work on stuff.
Ovechkin behind the field. Ovechkin scores! Alexander Ovechkin.
Doesn't get any better than that deke right there by OV. What a wonderful move by McLennan. They haven't been able to beat him on shots. He's had just one deke on the penalty shot from Matt Pettinger. And Alex Ovechkin, 51st goal of the season, ties Joe Nieuwendyk for third all-time for most goals by a rookie in the National Hockey League. And it's a scintillating goal. Here's the play. The puck thrown up by Morrison, gets past the D. Here goes OV. And how smooth is that finish to the forehand past the left pad of the netminder. Nice D-to-D rotation, and a follow-up by that defenseman. Morrison gets a nice bounce off of the defenseman Van Ryan, and he waltzes in to dish in his 51st. That you have to beware of. There you go on the O as soon as the puck's turned over.
Zubras inside Simon, blocked by Pratt. In front, Ovechkin scores! Alexander Ovechkin.
Well, Alex Ovechkin gets his 5th of the season right in the paint. They've been working against Mark Denis to get rebounds off his pads. He hauls up, throws it rink wide. Zuby gets the bouncing puck, throws it right to Klepish or Zednik, or that might have been Semin in the slot, Joe. Semin should get the primary assist. That's Semin firing away. And there's the rebound that comes right off the body, right to Ovechkin. He's the one that starts it, and he's the one that finishes it. The key there, the fact that he went to the net and got behind Ranger and ahead of Vincent Lecavalier, that caused problems for this Tampa Bay hockey team.
Because he can't see the eyes. What do you think? Ovechkin shot and scored! Using a screen in front, Alex Ovechkin sees through that tinted visor, the small opening, and scores the goal. And the Avalanche are trailing 3-1. They'd held him at bay for most of the game, but you can only hold him for so long.
I always remember back to talking about Larry Bird in Boston, and players would say the Boston Celtic great. You could hold him and hold him, and all of a sudden you couldn't, and he would take off and just control the game. Look at that shot. You see the
I think it went off of Zednik's foot, didn't it?
Zednik's foot. So for the Avalanche now, though, but it's a power play goal. Great shot.
On to Ovechkin. One more look for Chris Clark. The backhand to the front. Oh, the save. Rebound. Score! Ovechkin on the follow-up.
What a great crisscross by the Caps' #1 trio. They came through the neutral zone with speed. I said one of the keys was a board meeting, rink-wide passes. Here they go side to side. Alex Auld can't control the rebound. Watch Clarkie throw it to the net. There's the first shot by Ovechkin, who got his stick in there. The second off the right pad, and he puts it up and over. A goal scorer's goal. Doesn't get any better than this. This is a hard-working goal by Ovechkin. Make sure he gets it up to the water bottles as you see them babies move. The Caps get the lead back 2-1.
Alex turned out to have the game winner against the New York Rangers on Saturday at Verizon Center. He now has 6 goals in 6 games in November. Dainis Zubrus rakes it on back for Mike Green. Green pulls the trigger. It's deflected wide. Loose in front. Score! Alex Ovechkin!
Well, Ray Croft was talking yesterday about Alex Ovechkin and the fact that you just have to watch him. You have to approach the game just like playing against any other superstar in the National Hockey League. The fans going crazy here. Just a shot, a redirect. The puck comes around. The scrambling goaltender gets back, but 2 shots by Ovechkin. The second one chips off the post. As you see the goalie look around behind him, but then Ray Croft can't control Ovechkin on the board.
Zubrus throws it at the net. It deflected off of Ovechkin. Stopped by DiPietro. Zubrus, a save, rebound, score. Ovechkin. Well, DiPietro could only make so many saves in that flurry. Zubrus finally got it to the net. And Ovechkin buried the rebound. 3-1 New York.
Great positioning on the first play as Ovechkin tips it. Ricky's right there, puts it to the side. Now this one goes back to the point man, but the defenseman there, Sean Hill, can't get on Alexander Ovechkin quick enough. This is the man Ovechkin, as you see in that low slot area. Hill can't get to him. Rick can't get back up and get those 5-hole closed quick enough. He made some great saves early on. That one is not his fault whatsoever. Alexander Ovechkin, it's his 15th goal on the season.
That shot you saw from Semin that was held at the side of the net by Clemenson. The first one by the Caps. Score! A shot by Ovechkin is off of Clemenson, and it bounces in.
You know, we just witnessed a shell game here, Doc. The quick hands of Ovechkin. It just was dazzling, and he shoots it through number 7 there, Paul Martin's legs. Now Paul Martin stick down, trying to take it away. And I'm not sure where this beats Scotty Clemenson. All I know is, look at this quick move here, boom. And then just by the left leg of Paul Martin. See, now he's gonna pull it in and then use that left leg as a screen. And it ends up to the right side of Clemenson, Doc. I think it hit his body and went through his arm on the blocker side.
Glove saved by Holmquist.
He just got that glove out in time. I thought that was a dart to the top corner.
There's one! Alexander Ovechkin!
Well, we looked at OV at the top of the show, working the left flank. This is an area where you don't normally find Ovechkin. Look at him on the right face-off dot. And here's that little soft pass from Novotny, and that's an old-fashioned wrister. We looked at the snappers in the open. Well, here's a wrister. Notice he corrals it right in the heel of his stick. And that baby right under the bar. An isolation here on Comcast Sportsnet. You got to isolate number 8, don't you? Well, we did. Here it is, top corner, short side. The Caps have the lead back.
We mentioned Booth out of Michigan State as Brooks Laich turns the corner. A quick pass, score! Ovechkin!
There's his 44th goal of the season.
They get on the body and they force turnovers. And every time they've been successful on the road.
Off the face-off, it's 3-1. Right off the face-off. And the Washington Capitals snap it home, and Ovechkin off the draw makes it 3-1.
And the funny thing is, the Leafs have been winning face-offs, and that hit a leg on the way in. That puck was redirected on the way in. Let's have a good look at this. Ovechkin will just step off the circle. White's with him. He lets him go. He can't get out, and it hit White's stick as well, and then redirected past Toskala after Toronto Maple Leafs lost the draw.
And then Clark from the angle had that shot blocked by Olli Jokinen. Pathier's shot went off the heel of his stick. Look out, loose in front. Ovechkin bangs it home. Alexander Ovechkin's 12th goal of the year, and the Capitals are right back in it.
I talked about a first step with Ovechkin. Wait till you see this. He is being harassed by defenseman Bouwmeester in front of the net. Watch right side of your screen. Bouwmeester's on top of him, stays on top of him, yet if you don't somehow wrap him up or take control of his hockey stick, he pushes off the left leg, takes a step to the right, there's a right-hand shot, and finds himself just within range.
By the backside defenseman with OV.
As Ovechkin snaps this one, he scores! Alex Ovechkin.
Verizon Center up on their feet here. It's a great play by great goal scorer in Alexander Ovechkin. Great goal scorers love to move laterally, and this forces Hedberg. Look at the boards. He starts on the left, comes across to the right, and there it is, past the blocker and part of his arm, but it's all because of the lateral movement. That forces the goaltender to move. It's a little bit of a knuckle puck, and it beats Hedberg the Moose.
Far be it for me to second guess an NHL netminder, but Hedberg was guessing there. He thought it was going glove side, and he got crossed up. Detroit has allowed just 2 power play goals in the last 8 games. Right off the draw, score! Alex Ovechkin whistles one through the wickets.
A face-off, such an important part. Puck possession. Michael Nylander beats Pavel Datsyuk, and Hasek is way out on top of the crease. I don't know if this puck took a bounce. But the quick release off the inside of the left pad of Dominik Hasek, but that quick release of Alexander Ovechkin, goal number 24.
Donald Brashear answered that. Then it was Colby Armstrong for Pittsburgh. Ryan Pothier, and a chance here, and they score. And it's Alexander Ovechkin. He went to the front of the net that time. He got a shot off all right, and he drilled it past Ty Conklin to give the Capitals a 3-2 lead with 1:34 to go.
This is the second giveaway of the night by Sergei Gonchar. You just have to protect the puck in your own zone, and we saw the one bad carry by Gonchar. Conklin sets this up to Gonchar again, and he just gets caught. He just gets caught by the forecheck. I'm not sure who the first man was here who did the great forechecking job. It was Backstrom. Nicholas Backstrom, the youngster from Sweden again. Great work. He gets a stick in there, just lodges the puck. Great job by Backstrom. He leaves it. That was another good play. He saw Ovechkin coming in on his forehand. Now Backstrom was on his backhand. He could have played the puck.
This game could be on his way out of town. I mean, they've got a lot of money tied up in the way.
Right off the draw, wrist shot, score! Alex Ovechkin with a bomb.
Well, that's only the 9th shot of the game. The save percentage not so great for Carey Price, and what a shot it was. Well, there it goes. We mentioned in the first, Alex Ovechkin had not scored in this building. Well, he makes amends quickly. direct win of the draw. Notice the Montreal Canadiens defenseman stumble getting out to him. Tripped up a little bit by Kozlov right there. There you see the wipeout. There's the screen because of the Canadian guy falling. And yes, there's Ovechkin fans all around the National Hockey League.
Working tonight with Jeff Schultz. A beautiful lead for Boyd Gordon. One more pass. Wrist shot. Score! Alex Ovechkin, lightning in a bottle.
Well, it doesn't take long for this team to respond. Boudreau was probably not too pleased after the first. Well, they've responded to his wishes, and just like that, they've tied it up. The big line for the Caps, Kozlov, Ovechkin, Backstrom. That's a look at our Ovechkin.
Backstrom, saucer pass. Fleischmann to the front, backdoor, score! Ovechkin with a lollipop shot.
Sabourin has been terrific for the Pens everywhere but on home ice. And this parabola shot goes up and over his right shoulder. He's down and deep. He's not moving real crisply. Great feed, though, across the ice to Ovechkin. Sabourin just one win on home ice this year. He's been great on the road.
Here's Ovechkin into the offensive zone. Ovechkin fires, shot blocked by Tollefson. Ovechkin right back on it. He'll deal it here to Tom Poti. Poti steps up, throws it back to Ovechkin, scores! Alexander Ovechkin's second goal in the game winner. 45th goal of the year to add to his NHL lead. And Columbus fall in overtime, despite 2-0 and 3-2 leads.
Amazing, amazing goal again by Alex the Great. He had time, waited, and there's that gun. He just lets it pop. And between the legs, quick snap wrist shot that beats Freddie Norina in overtime. His second overtime game in 3 games. Capitals win it 4-3.
We'll be back. Indeed he was, Alexander the Great, with a couple of goals to add to his league lead.
No surprise there. He leads the league in power play goals as Backstrom carves in. Nicholas Backstrom with a backhander stop. Fair digging, rebound, score! Ovechkin!
The Sunday afternoon crowd getting into it early here as Alex Ovechkin notches his 47th through a screen. This is a goaltender, Valaket, that has pitched back-to-back shutouts in his last 2 starts. But Alex gets a loose puck. Good work by Eric Fehr in front of the net, causing a commotion. Forcing Valaket down was the nice deke by Backstrom, driving to that left post and left toe. Follow-up shot, no chance for big Valaket.
Green from long range, it was deadened by Conroy. Follow-up chance, score! Alex Ovechkin!
Well, when the puck bounces on that guy's stick flat, out of the wash, it's lights out. There he is, curl and drag wrist shot. Look at Kiprusoff looking around. He sees something small and black just flying past his right shoulder, Joe. There's no way he can pick this up because of the hands of Ovechkin. That's curl and drag to the top shelf. Ovechkin ties it up here late, 2 apiece in the second.
One of them in here the day after Christmas. Victor Kozlov gets a step, backhander, Ramo chests it down, rebound, score!
Well, with that goal, Alex Ovechkin will become the highest scoring left winger ever. He collected the rebound off the body of Kari Ramo on a wonderful drive to the net by Victor Kozlov. How about him stepping around the D, driving the net? Here comes Alex, and it goes off the defenseman, Picard, and in the net. That's goal number 64 for the grade 8. Not a hard shot, not the hardest he's had all season. He chunks it to the net, and it goes Alex's way.
Ovechkin on the counterattack. Gets in, shooting, he scores! Alexander Ovechkin, the tireless one. He was out there for at least 90 seconds, and he has tied the game.
This play all started at the Blackhawk blue line. Not getting the puck in deep. Ovechkin is the one coming back on the back check. I mean, that's a heck of a job by Brian Campbell. I don't know if this puck takes a funny bounce off the stick of Duncan Keith. It goes right between the legs of Nikolai Khabibulin. But that puck's got to get in deep.
Schultz sends it along for Semin. Semin waits. Flop score! A deflection in front with Ovechkin lurking.
Finally, that's what Alexander Ovechkin is thinking. He gets the goal, and again, cleared through the neutral zone. Here comes Semin. He's going to turn up a la Nylander on the other side. Now right there, check the far side out. Stick down, calling for the puck is Ovechkin, and the D-man, Malik, never picks him up. He backs in, goes for pass instead of man. Puck goes through Marek Malik's legs, and Ovechkin there, all gap two smiled. His team up by 3 with 4 minutes remaining.
The point now, the Canes have control. Telegraph pass from Gleason, stolen by Semin. He walks in, sets up Ovechkin, who's in, and makes it look easy. Alex Ovechkin gets the goal. 2 goals in his last 2 games. Washington strikes first.
Well, it was just a telegraphing pass at the blue line that Semin was a step ahead of the play. Boy, he could read that from Gleason a mile away. And I don't mind Gleason playing that aggressively.
Ovechkin, all by his lonesome, fires and scores! Ovechkin with a dart.
Oh, Jacques Lemaire won't like that. Now you got yourself 4 minutes, or just shy of, and you've cut that 4-0 deficit in half. Oh my. There aren't many. We've seen how good Backstrom has been. He saw it and just couldn't find it. Against that fourth line, Enstrom and Havlat, they really don't have much of a chance. They're just overwhelmed by the size.
Oh, the shot of Ovechkin. 1-0 Caps.
And Pavlik was overwhelmed by the slap shot by Alexander Ovechkin. Seemed to have a pretty good line on it. Just underneath the blocker. Got a piece of it, not enough of it.
Unofficially 3:29, the time of the Ovechkin goal is 10th of the season.
Backstrom goes to get it. Pinned to the wall by O'Byrne. Ovechkin storming the crease. He scores! Alex Ovechkin.
When you are hot, you are hot. Alex puts home his 13th goal of the season just on a power move that Halak would like to have this one back. Good move by Backstrom. Here's the power move, and it trickles through the legs of Halak, the netminder, who did not hug the post, possibly thinking that Ovi was going to try to go out in front and step around him. Ovechkin on the board. The Caps have a 2-goal bulge.
Like being pestered there by Myers. 6 seconds to the power play. Ovechkin shoots, he scores! It's a power play goal. There were 3 seconds left on the penalty to Bergenheim. Nylander was hanging out in front. I don't know if he got a piece of it or not. It looks like Ovechkin's goal, and the Capitals lead it 1-0.
Yeah, and I just think he's going to power this one, will it through Joey McDonald. All the play is over on the right side. Ovechkin's left by himself, and he just powers this one past Joey McDonald.
Puck is moved over, and then it's just going to be the quick shot, and it just never set, it looks like, for Joey McDonald. You can kind of tell by the way that he reacts, kind of shakes his glove a little bit there at the end, how you can tell by the way a goalie reacts sometimes is what he feels about how that goal is. That one was just blown right through him.
And McClement helps out. Now it's kept in there by the Capitals. Ovechkin a shot. He scores! Top corner. What a rocket by Alexander the Great.
You know, John, one of the things we've talked about through this little stretch the Blues have gone through on the penalty kill, they've been given a penalty or power play goals against is they've not been able to clear the puck. And here's another example. What happened is this puck should have been cleared as the Blues had the puck in the corner and it didn't come out. And Ovechkin just came in, and that's just a rocket as he beat Ben Bishop up over the glove. But it still started in the corner to the left of Bishop where this puck should have been probably cleared down the ice. It actually hit one of the Capital players, stayed in. Hold it in front of the net. That's knocked down. Ovechkin starting away. Ovechkin to the Buffalo line and over. Shoots one, scores! Ovechkin! And that's why a lot of folks call him the best player in the game today. 3-1 Washington.
Well, Ovechkin scored earlier and they didn't count it because of goaltender interference. But what a spectacular goal this is. He gets away from Ludman. He steps inside and then outside on Henrik Tallinder and then snaps it by Lalime. If you try and play the puck with this guy, the next faceoff is going to be at center ice. Not many players in the league can make those plays and score.
Ekstrom has it. The lead for Ovechkin. Eminger there to meet him. Ovechkin cuts in, scores! And he makes it 7-4 with 1:46 to go.
This is, I think, the very first off night we've seen Mike Smith have, really. He's been so good every single game, every time out. This one here, I know he would love to have had this one back. And Ovechkin shoots the puck as well as anybody. He makes that little move and then fires it on the move. He found the 5-hole. And they have a comfortable 3-goal lead here with 1:40 to go.
Green playing catch in tight quarters with Like. Switch it up, the blast, score! Number 30 for number 8.
Right on cue, a one-timing blast that Danny couldn't come across from his left side to his right. Too much of a hole for Ovechkin to bomb home his 30th, his 4th straight 30-goal season. Watch the right side of the screen. Ovechkin gets open on a sharp angle shot. Danny's got to have this goal right through the pads. The reason it gets through, poor stick placement. Young goaltenders have a tough time when the puck is moved side to side. The Caps on the board with a 1-0 lead on the power play.
Penalty kill had been so unbelievably strong. 23 of their last 24. They've given up only 1. Here's Ovechkin. Scores! Lightning fast again. 2-1 Caps.
There's Mr. Energy for you, Dean. And then another face-off loss. Set play for Washington. Face-off win. Back to Green. Alfredsson commits on the Ovechkin stick for 1/10 of a second, and it's in the back of the net. Now, every player in the NHL loves to score, but is there anybody else who loves to score more than Alexander Ovechkin?
Washington 10, Kings only 3.
And on the draw here in the Kings zone, loose puck in the corner. Semin got knocked down. Fans wanted a penalty on that. Ovechkin scores! His 200th goal in his career, and his first ever against the Kings. Alexander Ovechkin. 200 goals in 296 games.
And it comes on a play where Sean O'Donnell has executed so many times this year. He tries to make a pass to a forward, one of the Kings forwards or other, his defense partner in front. Again, the Kings don't necessarily lose the draw, but you'll see what happens. The battle for the loose puck. Handzus goes there. Actually, it was Michael Handzus this time. I apologize to Sean O'Donnell. Handzus was down there trying to make that 10-foot pass to get out of trouble. But the trouble was that man, Alexander Ovechkin.
And it's stolen, and back comes Ovechkin. Racing ahead with Semin. Ovechkin fires, he scores. Number 38 for number 8. And it's 2-0 Washington.
Hoisting it back to safety. Ovechkin on the run with Knuble. Ovechkin deflection, he scores! Alex Ovechkin, all smiles.
Well, the Sharks missed a breakaway at one end because of a bouncing puck that went over Marleau's stick. The transition for the Caps, second to none in the NHL. A little sauce, a bouncing puck. The D doesn't get it out, and Knuble makes a dandy backhand pass. What a pass. Right on the tape, and that had some lift to that one. What a great saucer pass over the defenseman's stick, and the Caps have got their lead back.
At 5-12, another chance for the Caps. Ovechkin, one-timer, he scores! Number 8 on the year for Ovechkin, number 1 on the power play, and the Caps off and running, 1-0.
Well, 15 seconds into their second power play, they settled things down, and what a beautiful authored by Mike Green. Watch him spread out the D. Ellis is trying to stretch, and if Dan Ellis was 4 inches taller, he probably would have got that with his left toe, but he's not. And he gets that scorching slap shot going right past the right leg.
Backstrom and Semin. There's Green. Tipping it in deep in the corner. In behind the net, Ovechkin tries to wrap around. He scores! Jamming it at the side of the goal. And Ovechkin has cut the Edmonton lead to 1.
And folks, this is what makes Alex Ovechkin so great. You're expecting the spectacular. You're looking for the dazzling play. But just watch him here, down low, get lost. He finds a way to get lost. He's hiding out behind the net. This is a smart play here. He comes in, wraps it once, not twice, but 3 times. He wraps this 3 times. Just goes to show how hungry he is right here. And he completely exploits the Oilers. The Oilers have 2 defensemen down below the goal line. And I always say as a rule, you should almost always have 1 defenseman net front when you're defending.
Knuble goes to the front of the net. Ovechkin, wrist shot, he scores. He absolutely wired that puck into the goal as usual. And the Washington Capitals have tied the game in a heartbeat on the power play.
It was just a wrist shot. I don't know if there was any traffic in front of Brent Johnson. When I say just a wrist shot.
Capitals 3, the Leafs 1. Hody up on the wing and Ovechkin in with a shot. Scores! Wow! What a shot!
That shot, we've seen it so many times. And so many different goalies have tried to figure out that particular shot, and I'm not sure anybody can. He just went over to King in the penalty box and gave him the thumbs up. And wow, he just throws that right over top of Gustafsson. That's 19 goals now in 21 career games if you count tonight against the Maple Leafs. And he brings it right from behind and then lets it rip. And it's very difficult for goalies to pick up. But look at right here at the end. Yep, thanks, buddy. And look at the reaction from King in the penalty box.
Alex Ovechkin finds Nick Backstrom to the front off the back of the goal. Backstrom backside, Ovechkin score! It's tied at 2.
Well, there you go. You get some chemistry going with a couple of lines and your go-to guys. And after a stifling defensive performance, the Flyers show some little chinks in their armor, and the Capitals jumped on it. We just talked about Ovechkin not having a shot in the third. Well, this is all he needs. Nifty move by Backstrom and company, just feathering it across. The D can't control Ovechkin. It hits Bobrovsky. Coburn too late arriving, and there's another layup on the doorstep. The Caps getting the bounces here in the third. It's 2 apiece.
Now the Kings send it out the center themselves, and the Capitals have it. Here's Alexander Ovechkin. Ovechkin shoots, he scores!
First shot of the game for the Washington Capitals, and Alexander Ovechkin makes it 1-0.
And not the start that Bernier wanted, not the start the Kings want. This is a normal situation with Ovechkin, not unexpected. This is almost his signature move. You see the linesman go down in the background, outside, inside shoot in the same stride. I've seen him do this so many times before now. No one really executes that shot as well as Alexander Ovechkin. He gets so much power, he gets the speed, he changes the angle by moving outside, inside, but that's expected from Ovechkin. Washington in the white jerseys will make a break for it. It's Ovechkin one-on-one against Lilia. Right on by, fires and scores! Alex Ovechkin.
That is a thing of beauty. That's the explosive power you expect to see out of number 8. Last game against Phoenix, he was skating, he was moving, he had a terrific hockey game. A lot of Caps fans in attendance here at Honda Center, and they love their superstar move. This is a 1-on-2. Nick Backstrom feathers a pass, 1-on-2, gets around one, gets around Lilia, and there he is, burying the puck. That is vintage Alex Ovechkin going down and finishing. Actually, is exactly what the Capitals need from this number 8.
Washington still in the power play. Ovechkin closing in. Snapshot score! Ovechkin right back at you.
Well, that's how you answer a shorthanded goal. You're still on the power play. The coach has tremendous confidence in his number 1 unit with OV, Backstrom and company, and he just ripped that. 23rd of the season, and that's a laser beam. Look at him get it in the high slot. Poor coverage. The Sharks got caught. 2 guys going to 1 man with Martel and Pavelski, who had just tallied one shorthanded. And there's the screen that he utilizes to beat Niemi, who's a tough goalie to beat of late. In his 14th consecutive start, OV has knotted it off.
Does, but Ovechkin picks it off, works against Nielsen. Nice move to the inside. Ovechkin shrugs off, Nielsen shoots, he scores! What a play by Alex Ovechkin to win it in overtime for Washington. There's a world-class player making a world-class play to end a hockey game.
It just doesn't get any better than that, Howie. That's as good an individual play as you're going to see at any point in time in any season. I mean, that is just unbelievable what Alex Ovechkin did on that play. One of the best individual moves that I've ever seen. I mean, holy smokes. I mean, this is what he does well. Travis Hamonic tries to get it back, and the Islanders, Nielsen just hesitates. Look at that inside move, and he just powers his way through, and then the quick move to his backhand. No chance for Lawson. As you said it right, Howard, that's just a world-class move by a world-class player. Watch the power there, the strength, and then just a heads up, but boy, a quick move to the backhand. No chance. Frans Nielsen caught in between, and Ovechkin's going full bore, and that's just too good.
Well, with one-on-one capabilities like Ovechkin has, overtime, the 4-on-4 format makes him even more dangerous.
In the first period, Alex Ovechkin cruising in, fires, he scores! Another bullet from Alex Ovechkin.
Has he ever got his shot back? He might have been missing early on in the season, but that is a dazzling rush and display of a shot by none other than Alex Ovechkin. 1 away from 30, his 29th at the scorcher past Stewart. This is how he usually always did it. Using the defenseman as a screen, Howard has no chance as it goes high blocker side. Number 8 for the Caps. The great 8 has tied it here in Motown.
Keeps it along the boards, back behind the goal. Ovechkin with a head and shoulder fake. Toe drag now. Backside score! It deflects in. Ovechkin wins it and dances his way home for Washington.
Enroth getting consoled by his teammates that Ovechkin's shot hit Pominville on the way and eludes their goaltender. It was a change of direction and a change of speed. Here's the dipsy-do at the top. The shot. Double deflection on the way, and it gets past the surprised Enroth. And there's a dance we have not seen in the repertoire of Alex Ovechkin. Sekera also in front of the net. The double deflection. The Capitals win back-to-back overtime hockey games.
Pominville and Sekera both have it click off of them, and it triggers a jubilant celebration.
I like the dance
for the captain, who congratulates referee Bill McCreary, working his final NHL game. Bill, you will be missed. Congratulations on a wonderful career. Alex Ovechkin hits the 30-goal plateau. Hearing some bluebirds. Drives his way through center. Alex Ovechkin, fans on the wrister as Komisarek had a stick in that shooting lane. Loose in front. Stern, point position, like. They flood this side with Marco Stern. Marco Stern waits. A slap pass for Backstrom. The quick relay. Ovechkin broke his stick. He was looking for a slashing call, too.
Yeah, and he didn't get it. Just really steamed at the referee, who was right there. OV wide open at that far post.
38 seconds in the Washington power play. Stern softly to the interior for Light, who pivots around Bozak, but gave it right to Dion Phaneuf, and he'll crunch it down.
A penalty killing unit for the Leafs not looking too bad. Overall, that's sort of been a bad thing for them this season in Toronto. They have not been good killing penalties, but they've allowed all of 19 here on home ice against the opposition.
Now here comes another penalty call. Lashov's going to have some company in the box.
Here's an isolation of Alex Ovechkin going to the post in that last pass. There's the stick being hacked out of his hands by the back checker, and he gives it the Ford down low. Should have been a penalty. There's a penalty as Carlson tries to wheel out of the zone. So the Caps now a 5-on-3. They have some time. They need to win a face-off here as Crabbe has a seat.
Joey Crabbe upset with himself. He turned 28 on Sunday. Alex Ovechkin's numbers against Toronto are glowing and have been again this year. Two-man advantage for Brooks Laich. Ovechkin bluffs the slapper. Laich, pass for Stern to a better lane. One time Ovechkin, he scores! A rocket past a screened Reimer.
No one's going to stop that in the world. Just laid on a platter for Alex Ovechkin to get everything he had into that one. Just a wicked blast by the grade 8. 31st goal of the season, also his 300. That's why Brooks Laich quickly picks up that puck. He gets the primary assist, and that is just a dart. No chance for anybody in the world to stop that baby. Congrats to Alex for his 300th of his career.
Directing traffic and then leaning into a blazer past Reimer.
Going troubles, he's still not in the lineup for the Washington Capitals, and they needed another puck-moving defender, and Wideman can do that.
Look out here, shot save, rebound, Ovechkin scores! 11 seconds remaining in the period. Ovechkin jumping on the rebound as the Flyers again had some difficulty with the puck in their own zone, and Ovechkin finally has his second goal of the year, and the Capitals have the lead 2-1.
Ovechkin's been working hard in the early going, but the turnover right there by Scott Hartnell leads to the opportunity to that goal right there. That was Perreault's goal that he tapped in the net, and then Ovechkin in this sequence got to the open space right there and fired that one quickly past Brizgalov with just 11.8 seconds left.
Laich in possession of the rebound. Alzner looks down the dasher and sends in Ovechkin to his forehand. He scores! Alex Ovechkin off to a flying start.
Alex has not been getting it done when it comes to goals on home ice. This is what the fans expect. The indirect, Alzner takes a big hit, and there's the shift on his off wing, going to the front of the net and just firing it low past the left pad of Lindback. Lindback did not get set on this play, and he zoomed around Gary Suter.
Laich taking that shot, and he is making his way back to the bench with that right leg. Oh, there's a goal by Ovechkin. 2-1. Left in the open, and that is why Ovechkin taken away from Semin and Backstrom. And as a result, Ovechkin gets
The Capitals back in this hockey game.
You know, that's why he is one of the world's best, and you can get an idea from the point. Hamrlik lets the shot go. What a great save by Mason initially. And then when the rebound comes available, look at the pass by Weidman. He finds the seam to a stationary Ovechkin who's got the stick loaded, cocked, and ready to go.
Take the shot. Johansson sends it out in front, looking for a redirection. It's loose. Still loose shot, they score! Alex Ovechkin. Weaver is down. He's hurt. He may have gotten a stick in the face. The Capitals have tied the game with 15-13 to go. And Weaver remains down in front of the Panther bench as Ovechkin celebrates. In front of the net, I should say.
Tough for the Panthers, that offensive zone penalty, and Panthers in that tight box. And then just Weaver fell down when he recovered, couldn't get it, and just off the side of the net. Weaver never does get up. He gets caught by the stick by Knuble, and Ovechkin just off the side of the net.
Chimera taking on Brewer. He pokes it free. Center down in front. Orlov in the slot. Ovechkin shooting. He scores! The Caps win it by the score of 3-2.
Again, that blue line. You have the puck at the blue line, and you don't control it, you don't get it out. This happened this whole third period. And that's what enabled the Caps to come back. They win their 6th game after training like 2 periods. And Ovechkin right there. But before that, the Lightning had the puck at the blue line. And they're now, Lightning are now 3 points behind this club.
Dustin Tokarski, a heroic performance, making 29 stops, but in a losing effort in his first NHL start. Nearly back in front.
Great recovery by Orlov in the middle. Otherwise, Kane would have had a goal there. Terrific pass and read.
Ovechkin with a fancy move of his own, and he finishes to make it 4-2. Alex Ovechkin.
The great 8, and you can see Corey Crawford, not a happy man. A bad angle goal from Ovechkin, but what a set of hands. I think he got fired up when he saw Patrick Kane dangling with the puck there, and he would. He's that type of player. He's a very passionate guy. He's a very competitive guy. And there's the defensive play by Orlov stealing the puck. Then here comes the great 8. Now he's got some time and some room and a chance to work one-on-one. And he does the old fancy between the feet. And Duncan Keith's been around a long time. But that is so tough to defend. It fooled Duncan Keith just long enough.
Nearly 8.5 played in the third period.
You know it was coming, Doc. He's been firing from everywhere all evening long. Take a hit to make a play, Marcus Johansson, and then the lightning quick release of Ovechkin. Fools Hackett. He's not used to seeing those kinds of shots. And you see him look skyward after Ovechkin shoots it. But that big hit to take it or make a play by Marcus Johansson.
Ken Grady throws it away. Johansson pouncing on it to the right side. Ovechkin, wrist shot. Oh, he scores! What a shot!
And Montoya here, his first shot against him is a beaut, and he's pretty deep. And Ovechkin has the ability to hide the puck behind his body. If you have a look at it here, he brings it behind his body, shoots it through, and Montoya does not look set for that rifle. And he's a little bit deep as well, but he'll just whip it right off the far post and in, and that has all kinds of velocity. Another turnover in the neutral zone causes this rush, and the Capitals take advantage of it.
They move to center, now they turn it over. Backstrom on a pass across in front. Ovechkin scores! Oh, the turnover, Backstrom, his 4th assist of the night. Ovechkin's 2nd goal of the evening and his 20th of the year. And for the first time tonight, Washington in front, 4-3 here in Raleigh. The puck turned over in the neutral ice. Backstrom from the left circle to Ovechkin. Peters, no chance. And Washington has collected 4 goals on 10 shots to lead the Hurricanes 4-3 at PNC Arena.
Holding. And now it's Backstrom one more time. Down low, Ribeiro. Out in front, they score. Stuffed home. Ribeiro sets up Ovechkin, his 21st of the year.
And Alex Ovechkin remains red hot. Now 12 goals his last 13 games. That down low movement. Tyson Strachan, number 23 at the bottom. You're going to see Roland just stop here. Watch Strachan looking at the puck. Doesn't quite pick up Ovechkin backdoor. He's looking at the puck, not focused on Ovechkin, and Ribeiro puts it right on Ovechkin's stick. Tough play for Strachan. He's trying to take away that pass.
Shimmies down the boards. Draws 2 defenders. Relays it on top for Green. One time Ovechkin. He scores! Number 28.
You could see that coming all the way up here. Alex Ovechkin, right side of the screen, and it's a wonderful pass from Mike Green. Scrivens just looks at it and says, you know what? I didn't even see it, and it's already past me, and it's just about through the net. You've got all of that, Alex, and there's no way he's going to stop that. Screen in front. Alex takes over the scoring lead by a deuce now, moves up and over Stamkos.
Raleigh in the next few days ahead. Washington will entertain Colorado as Alexei winds and drives, deflected down, score! One crazy bounce, followed by another crazy bounce.
Well, they're all hugging the grade 8, Alex Ovechkin, so he got a hunk of his stick on that puck that did that crazy bouncing puck drill, and the goaltender no chance on this one. Here's Alexei just getting it, teeing it up. Look where Alex is, right in the center of the high slot, and that puck is deflected downwards and then it bounces. There's Alex's stick, and it's a crazy bounce.
Ovechkin there with Justin Schultz. Alex Ovechkin gets to the interior. Ovechkin waits, then fires one wide. LaBarbera barely budged. Caps have it again. Ovechkin one-timer, score!
As I said, it didn't quite cost them quite yet, but then it did. The top line for Aiken once again victimized, -2 in this game. The Capitals' top trio keeps the pressure on. Great pass, and look at the presence in front of the net. That one doesn't hit anybody from up here from my sight lines, but good job by Backstrom in front of the net. And that's a knuckle puck over the right pad.
He gets no respect.
I tell you.
I'll tell you.
There's another guy in the NHL with that name, too. Quick shot by Ovechkin, he scores. Alexander Ovechkin. A lightning shot makes it 1-0. And that's why, Louis, he is so dangerous.
And clickety-click Barba trick, just like that. Face-off win and a wrister from Ovechkin. He loves to pick corners. There's no doubt about that. And you'll watch this just right off the face-off. Backstrom, little poke. And it's Johansson that gets the puck actually back to Ovechkin as he jumps through. A little dish back to him, and there doesn't stay on his tape for too long as he rips it home for his 10th of the year. And a 1-0 lead in it.
Of period 1. Johansson settles. Interchange Backstrom. There's Ovechkin. He scores!
The head coach talking to his players on the Minnesota bench, wondering what just happened. Well, it took about 10 seconds, and it was in the net. Half wall, Nick, across the seam. No chance for the defenseman. Brodin did not read the play, didn't have his stick in the passing lane, and spun around in front. The young defenseman did not get his stick in the paint. Goes to OV, and he puts it along the ice between the pads.
and dumped. Now, whether or not he embellished that or not is immaterial, as nothing is called. And up the left wing, Grabowski with a drop to Ovechkin. Makes his move, shoots, and scores! Alex Ovechkin wins it for Washington in overtime. Now, the Islanders may feel that Clutterbuck was pulled down, but Nielsen looking despondent after giving up the game winner in overtime to Alex Ovechkin. Washington wins it 3-2.
Well, if you're Anders Nielsen, you're upset with yourself because you don't like to give up those 5-hole goals. When you drop down, you got to get your stick in the way and prevent those goals from going in. But Alex Ovechkin has made a career of scoring goals from a lot of different ways, and it's a great individual effort by Alex Ovechkin, who played a marvelous game tonight and was able to get to the middle of the ice on his forehand, Howie, and get away a good wrist shot. Again, nice hard pass up the left side, and there comes the drop pass. To good move here to Alex Ovechkin. Watch him cut back to the right, so Grabowski gives it to the right guy, and the quick release by Ovechkin, and that's all she wrote. The Capitals steal 2 points.
Well, the Islanders had the lead into the final minute, and it ended in overtime with that shot by Alex Ovechkin.
Clune has a reputation, top 3 when it comes to penalty minutes in the league the last 2 years combined. Washington's man-up group is 4th best in the NHL. The Preds are in the top 10 when it comes to penalty killing. Ovechkin walks in and fires to score! Alex Ovechkin!
It took all of 3 seconds for Alex Ovechkin, his 22nd goal of the season, closing in on 400, 7 away from that. Watch this shot right here. He did not leave anything on the table, fans. That was absolutely pure power. That was legs, arms, transfer torque. You can put everything into that shot right there. In our Jeep net cam, I'm surprised it didn't go through the net. Cleanly beat was their goaltender, Mazanets.
John Carlson for the Caps. Half-board backstroke. Carlson, Ovechkin, score! Alex Ovechkin with a rocket.
You execute the way the Capitals set up the power play, and you cannot defend. Just 26 seconds after Kelly went to the box on an undisciplined penalty, the Caps have struck here this afternoon. All John Carlson. Look at him work with Backy. Backy, nice backhand. Carlson freezes everybody. Bergeron and Marchand know that puck is going to OV, and he just rifles it. He's got goal number 42 on the season. He leads the NHL in PPGs. That's his 16th power play goal. You wait and see. He's going to go up and down to the goal line to the top of the circle. We'll see him move here.
92 in red. Kuznetsov watching as Ovechkin blisters the top corner. It's 2-1.
The one time they lay off Alex Ovechkin, he's in the wheelhouse and he pounds it. Kuznetsov's got his first NHL point. Kuznetsov, Carlson, Ovechkin, and that is a rocket launcher. And Eddie Lack just sort of waves his catching glove, but it's already passed and in and out of the net as he tries to set up. Kuznetsov, Carlson, Ovechkin. Execution on the power play, and the power play leads the Caps 2-1.
And from my vantage point here in between the benches,
I think it was the puck. And now here's trouble here.
Carlson serves it to Ovechkin, who hammers it home. And that's what you got to watch out for. The one-timer by Alex Ovechkin. The Caps are right back on top.
Jonas Hiller seemed to lose this puck because it wasn't like it was zipped around by the Capitals, but he was not even close to the short side post here. It goes back to the top, and he's slow to react. And Ovechkin, who's down at the bottom of the circles, just hammers it in the short side, which is wide open. But boy, does he get it away in a hurry. That is something to behold, that one-timer by Ovechkin.
His 20th power play goal of the season is his 46th all told on the year.
Up the right side, over the stick of Fame. Ovechkin
Then has it knocked away by Elias. Kept alive by the Caps, and Ovechkin scores! Number 49 for Alex Ovechkin. Washington with a 1-0 lead.
Well, the New Jersey Devils had their number one defense shutdown tandem on the ice, and Fane just couldn't handle it. Here's our Wendy's RoboCam. The giveaway, they couldn't regain control as Elias had it. He went down to the ice and right back to that man. And how long has it been, Kenny, since he's had an even strength goal? I'll let you give the number.
It has been over a month. February 27th.
Maybe he meant to do that.
I don't think so.
On for Ovechkin on the curl and drag. He just sent it wide. Full score! Alex Ovechkin stays with it.
What a play, going to his backhand, then getting his rebound, but it all starts with a broken play. Orpik mispasses, then passes through the legs and finds OV at full throttle. Orpik will get the primary assist. Here it is, backhand, just about going down. Notice he stays up, gets his own rebound, and puts it past their goaltender. We mentioned lively boards. A perfect example of the Capitals' go-ahead goal, power, speed, and then to finish, the finesse of the Capitals captain. And the Caps were a little flat-footed at their own blue line. Good speed by Kuhlman.
Ovechkin to the top corner. It's 3-2.
1-on-3, and OV just rips it. The old-fashioned wrist shot, again using a defender as a screen. Now 6 goals his last 6 games against the New York Islanders. He's money against his team. Little bit of pressure there. Willie curls it, and the shot goes right to OV, who rips it by the defenseman. Look at Wilson's power getting around DeHaan. Little chip to OV. 3 Islanders on Wilson. And there's the shot that beats Chad Johnson as clear as day.
Working to the outside. Double team. Backstrom feeds. One more look to Ovechkin. Fires, he scores! Alex Ovechkin, 5-hole.
Well, it took him a minute 12 to break down the penalty killers, and Alex changed position. He went high. No one pays attention to him, Joe. Look at that pass by Brouwer. Backhand, forehand, along the ice, beating a very aggressive Varlamov. But it all starts with a setup. You don't even see Ovechkin in the picture yet. He's top right of the screen. He's going to sneak in. Brouwer finds him, and in a flash, backhand, forehand on our Jeep net cam. You'll see the stick down too late, and there she goes. Because on the other hand, they don't take a lot of penalties.
Backstrom on the delay. One-timer, score! A bullet from Ovechkin.
That is unreal. Number 1, the velocity. Number 2, the angle that he uncorked that one past Hutton. That was a thing of beauty. His 23rd goal of the season, now closing in on 450. It all starts with Backstrom, Alzner, and look at how low Ovechkin is. And he's in the wheelhouse, bottom of the circle, and he puts it under the bar. Amazing shot. Number 1, the accuracy, unreal.
Kowski leaves it in the corner. Great pass from Backstrom, and as Ovechkin nice to the front, he's brought down. Power play coming here for Washington. Holtby to the bench. Extra attacker on for the guys in red. Ovechkin fires and scores! A long-range bullet.
Goals the last 10 games, make it 10 goals his last 11. Here's the initial penalty, a net drive. There's the hook by Pouliot and the defenseman Nikitin. One of them was going to the box. The Caps get the extra man, and there's Foss trying to move side to side. Little bit of traffic in front. He's trying to see the puck. By the time he gets set, it's already right in the crux of his arm, his catching arm, Joe. It's not near the glove, it's right next to his shoulder. The Caps up 1-0 on OV's 26.
First goals are scored a minute and 13 seconds apart. James Beagle now in shoot score! Tipped home by Ovechkin.
and the Capitals have seized the lead.
That's a bad goal for Robin Lehner. The spinning shot by Jay Beagle, he's got to be able to handle, and then Ovechkin pokes it into the net for his 32nd goal of the season. Lehner can't get to the puck, and Johansson passes to Beagle. This shot hits Lehner, and Ovechkin taps it out of the air into the net. Barry Trotz has said that Jay Beagle's like his utility infielder. He uses them in several different places. They'll take a quick look at this, but this is below the crossbar when Ovechkin bunts it into the net.
9 goals in the last 9 games for Ovechkin.
And off the draw, Ovechkin scores! Right off the face-off win, Backstrom to Ovechkin, and the one-timer beats Gibson to tie the game.
And that's exactly the pushback that the Capitals wanted to see. And why not? Alex Ovechkin, his 35th goal of the season. We highlighted Getzlaf, Backstrom, and Backstrom, Getzlaf, and OV, and obviously Perry. And there you see it. And Gibson's a little bit dismayed there because of the quick release, and it skims and maybe hits a defenseman on the way. Alex Ovechkin, the captain, strikes here in Anaheim. Quick 2 goals here in the first period.
It's touched back over by Ward. Ovechkin, a shot, score!
Well, winning a battle below the goal line. Strength in numbers. 3 against 2 below the goal line. And then Alexander Ovechkin. This puck changes direction. Ovechkin lets it go. Yeah, right off the stick of Fost and beats Cam Talbot. Talbot thought it was going to the glove side. Ended up going to the stick side.
And this is how good Fost has been as a penalty killer for the New York Rangers this season.
The puck, and it's Ovechkin roaring through neutral ice. Alex Ovechkin on the toe drag, right to the cooker. He scores! The first one is definitely a highlight one.
This is a thing of beauty, and he's being applauded with a standing ovation here at Verizon Center. It's all about speed. It's all about finesse. He goes against Moore, goes inside, outside the pull-through, and then top shelf as Kincaid went down early. I said at the top of the show, he's a highlight reel waiting to happen. Well, make sure you're rolling on that one. That is a thing of beauty as Ovechkin gets around Moore and chips it top shelf.
Closer and closer to 500 career tallies.
Playing together, they complement one another. They're very complementary in their styles.
Ovechkin 2-on-1. Ovechkin to Kuznetsov. Back to Ovechkin. Score! Dazzling!
The game of hockey is all about speed, and speed is not only legs, but it is passing. And this is wonderful in transition. They take away the defenseman. Up the ice comes Ovechkin and Kuznetsov, and you couldn't script this any better. That's a wonderful finish there, because I thought the defense was taking away the pass here to Kuzi. And he elects to give it right back to OV, and amazingly, OV is beyond the goal line, and he scores it. If he's a left shot, it doesn't go in. He's a right shot. His feet are below the goal line. Tic-tac-toe, 4-1 Caps.
Johansson moseying in along with Backstrom. Ovechkin kicks it from skate to stick and scores! A snapshot beauty!
Second power play goal for the grade 8. 9 shot attempts, 6 got through. It's the pickup that is everything. That puck from Carlson a little bit too far ahead, right there on his left skate boot, but it just shows you how quick he is. far side is going to be tough for the right shooting Ovechkin. He's got to shoot short side with the catching glove. And it goes up and over, hits the part of the catching glove and goes over the right shoulder.
Then points it for Ovechkin. Kuznetsov allowing the play to develop. Niskanen. Kuznetsov once more. Williams is the interior guy. Chimera, nice pass. Ovechkin fires! He scores! Alex Ovechkin whistles to the top corner.
Number 25 looking like number 19 the way he got the puck to the grade 8, Alex Ovechkin. He's got his 12th goal, now 13 away from 500. Watch the puck rotation. Kuznetsov, Chimera, and how about this play? Looks like Nick Backstrom down low. And that's a sizzling wrister right to the top corner. Notice Vasilevsky, Joe, when he moved across, he didn't come up. And that's a trend in goaltending. Look at him push across. By the time he was trying to come up, the puck was already ripped past him.
Riley chasing back after it. So is Backstrom. Taken away by Ristolainen, who got it on for Reinhart. Reinhardt's pass did escape, though, and the Caps keep it in there. Reinhart and Oshie came out in front. They score. Ovechkin camped in front of the net, just tapped it in, and 1-0 Washington.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good thing to keep an eye on him when he's standing in front of the net. Not let him stand there quite by himself. You see right here, the puck does not get out. Everybody else vacates the zone. 3 guys down low. 2 defenders in the corner, plus the forward, all get sucked down into the corner. Reinhardt's the first guy there. Georges and Ristolainen both go over for support. One of them needs to stand in front. When you got the greatest goal scorer in the game standing in front of your own net.
So we go a whole period with no scoring and only 19 seconds into the second period.
Just probing the defense now. Backdoor look, Ovechkin rips, he scores! In a flash! Welcome to the club, number 500 for the grade 8s.
It does not get any better than that. The fans, his family in the house, the ownership group, all on their feet, and this is vintage Alex Ovechkin. And he just puts it right under the bar, and this place goes berserk. A great team hug here in Verizon Center.
In super slow-mo, it's still too fast. And that is a joyful squad that has had a banner first half of this season.
I don't know if I've ever heard the fans in Verizon this loud as OV comes out for a standing ovation.
It's rare when they throw hats and you've only scored once. Papa and Mama, especially proud.
Yeah, he went right over and made sure he gave them a kiss for Alex Ovechkin. He's in the exclusive club, becoming the 43rd man in the history of the NHL to hit 500 goals and the 5th fastest as you look at this impressive list of Gretzky, Lemieux, Bossy, Hull, and there's Ovi.
And now he'll conduct the cheers.
What a great smile. One of the best in the game of hockey. One of the greatest players ever to play. And congrats from all of us, Mr. Ovechkin.
And we look at all those guys that scored the 500 before him a little bit faster. And you look at Alexander Ovechkin, the era that he's had to do it in, He's 30 years old right now. It's been the hardest era to score goals in with the size of the goaltenders, how good the goaltenders are, how good the coaches are, and the opposition throughout the league. And this guy just continues to impress us every single night.
And a pass through toward Ovechkin, but no room to shoot against McElrath. Again, a shot, they score! McElrath had it defended, and then he did not. Went down on one knee. Ovechkin sidesteps him and scores on a power play with 1:59 to go in the first. Tied at 1 here in Washington. The puck loose in front, they score! A tip that comes off of Ovechkin, it appeared. The pass from Kuznetsov along the near side corner, and Greiss watching that puck bounce behind him. It's 1-1 here at the Barclays Center. Into the net, Kuznetsov, and rolled up on him as he arrived at the right goalpost. Now behind the net, now left wing, Capitals still in control. Ovechkin left side, whistling, he scores! Ovechkin, short side, and scoring his 39th goal of the year with 11:43 remaining in regulation. All this on the right side of the ice. Now the pass to Niskanen at center point. One-timer, he scores! Alex Ovechkin, life begins at 40. His 40th goal of the season. 2-2 here in Washington. Up now for Marcus Johansson. Ovechkin able to keep this in along the right-hand side. A shot, he scores! Alex Ovechkin with a launch from the right circle. Top left corner with 15:31 to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Washington.
As Kuznetsov wheels in, John Carlson, now the lone defenseman, comes off the board, centers, scores! Just like that, Ovechkin wins it for the Caps.
Chris, you talked about the importance of Jay Beagle helping to win that draw. And the Washington Capitals don't give that puck up right off that opening draw. Beagle's going to tie up. Going to get kicked back to John Carlson. Now they're going to go to work. Carlson gets set up. Carried in on the rush. Carlson absorbs a hit from Komarov. Now he's got his head up the whole way. Kadri tries to cut that pass off on the back door for Ovechkin. Ovechkin's just going to get it available. Kadri actually shoulder checked. Ovechkin was behind the net, and then he slid into that familiar place. Right there, steps right out, gets available, and no chance on the play for Frederik Andersen as Ovi ends the game. And he'd been quiet all night and frustrated. And he delivers the big overtime goal for the Washington Capitals.
19th career overtime goal for Ovechkin. Now 33 against the Leafs in 41 games.
Off of his glove, it's taken by Backstrom. Backstrom again, got it in front, Juice, side of the net, and he scores! It's Ovechkin! The deficit is 1!
Well, Alexander Ovechkin's had some shots on goal here tonight, but he hasn't had an easy time getting to the inside part of the ice. He's going to get to the inside part of the ice. And look at Christian Drew, some skill, some poise, and then the finish by Ovechkin, out-muscling Chad Ruedel at the point of attack. Great read by Backstrom to Juice. There's the composure, and Ovechkin with the strength.
You know, just when you think things are settling down in a game like this, Pittsburgh in complete control, you get a play like this and the whole complexion changes. Great play by Juice, great play by Backstrom to set him up, and Ovechkin makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Backstrom switches off again with Ovechkin as Glendening follows. Here's Ovechkin, scores! Game over, Capitals win 4-3. His 14th shot attempt and his 7th on goal finally beats Peter Mrazek. And Washington leaves with 2 points. 2 power play goals, the tying goal and the winning goal 4-3, the Red Wings get a point and get set for Vancouver Sunday. Take you to John Keating now and Red Wings Live.
All right, Kenny, thank you. Disappointing is the word that describes the finish of this one on a night in which the Red Wings played pretty well. They got a couple of goals from Tomas Tatar. It went to overtime. Sweaty palms here at Little Caesars Arena. Coming up, you'll meet Ron Gardenhire, introduced as the Tigers' new manager, and big news concerning the AWOL Andreas Athanasiou. Red Wings Live with Chris Osgood and myself starts just moments from now on Fox Sports Detroit.
Man advantage, 60 seconds. Kuznetsov deals, Carlson, then Ovechkin fires, he scores! Alex Ovechkin.
What a bomb. It was like a 4-on-3. They had lost a stick. It was snapped in half. They cleared that zone out, and with the stick, they knocked it to the side, which allowed that pass to get through. And that was a howitzer. Look at Kuzi, just nice, calm, and controlled. Kuzi, Carlson, and that is a picture-perfect pass. Notice John just redirects it over there. He doesn't hold on to it. That prevents the penalty killers from getting up. That allows Alex a ton of time and space, and he rips it about 14 inches above that right pad of the goaltender.
LeBanc looking for Burns late, it's blocked, and Ovechkin's gone. Alex Ovechkin in solo, backhand, he scores! The grade 8 takes flight.
Back and forth jailbreak. Odd man breaks a 2-on-1, then a 1-on-0. And I said in the first that Alex looks like he's got his legs in separation. And here it is. Dylan's trying to hustle back to catch a piece of him. He doesn't. You rarely ever see the backhand from Alex Ovechkin, and he puts it right between the arm and the body of the goaltender on a beautifully placed backhand under a little bit of backside pressure. Here it is, full speed. Backhand shot. The reason he went from the backhand is because he felt the pressure of Dylan bearing down on him.
And we'll see, there will probably be a 7th one, and this is Wilson moving in. Save made by Forsberg, and Ovechkin has scored. The entire line with a goal.
Think they're having any fun? I mean, this is a great dump pass out of the zone that will set Wilson off to the races, and he's just on the fly here. The Chicago defense gets beat, tries to make the move on Forsberg. Forsberg denies him, but good hustle, great hustle by Ovechkin to get up ice and bury this, and Chicago gets sloppy on the late coverage.
And how about the speed of Tom Wilson? That's not just an everyday defenseman, that's Duncan Keith that he outlegged.
Just about every day of his career, Joe. He's very durable.
Bowie fires this one wide of the goal. Orpik towards the cage, deflection, score! The Caps have tied it.
Nice play in front, just the defenseman, innocent looking wrist shot. Ovi celebrating, he got it at the end of his stick and squirts past the Terry. No chance on that play. And here comes the slap shot right top of the screen. Here's Orpik, an innocent looking shot. And the captain gets the end of his blade to touch the puck. And that messes up the goalies being square to the puck of the shooter. And Kuznetsov, Ovechkin, and Wilson celebrate. It's 2 apiece on a 5-on-5 goal.
So Florida enjoys the lead for just another 1 minute and 11 seconds. After the Malgin marker at 6:40, the Capitals tie it at 2.
And for Alex Ovechkin, he's got his 30th goal of the season. His 36 goals are the most all-time against Florida, and his points all-time. He moves ahead of Marty St. Louis with 2 points here tonight.
It's the 3rd time all season the Caps have had a 5-on-3. The previous 2 both against Florida. Carlson drags it for Ovechkin. Ovechkin lets it go. He scores! Alex Ovechkin, 1 away from 600.
That is huge. And the wrist shot is his shot of choice coming into this hockey game. Watch him collect, get good separation there. He waited for Myers, sorted across in front of the goaltender right there, and able to get it past Big Myers' legs, which forced the screen on Hellebuck. And the Caps have a 1-0 lead. There it is, skipping 5-hole, and the Caps up 1-0.
Well, saucer pass finding Evgeny Kuznetsov from the wall. Back again for Backstrom. Karlsson, Ovechkin hammers one, he scores! What a blast! The very familiar one-time blast of Alex Ovechkin has made it 3-0.
I mean, it's just plain unstoppable. You almost have to put a player right next to him so he doesn't have this time to do it. And off the post, short side, and in. 603 career goals, and he is not slowing down. What a shot. Great setup by John Karlsson.
80 more seconds of power play time. Kuznetsov on the delay. Evgeny, skip a man. Ovechkin closes, fires and scores! Alex Ovechkin upstairs.
The fans are on their feet here at Capital One Arena. Another dart, absolutely no goalie's going to stop that. He had time, he had space, and he whistles it right over that catching glove. And yes, he does want the Rocket Richard once again. This season, there it is. Man, did that get off in a hurry. Alex Ovechkin from his office, right under the bar. Saros, no chance. One more look. Look at how far Subban was off of him. Absolutely no way you can stop that.
Alex Ovechkin, career goal number 605 in lightning quick fashion at the 4:29 mark of the second period.
Got it on that cross now for Karlsson. Fed one to Ovechkin, he scores! Backstrom on the feed. Ovechkin knifing to the middle. Fires! He scores! Alex Ovechkin.
A rocket ship just took off the stick of Alex Ovechkin. And look at the Caps fans here in attendance at Pepsi Center. They love this team. They love their captain. And it all starts because Colorado got caught cheating up ice. It turned into a 3-on-2 because John Karlsson activated. And there's the move laterally. Nick takes the D. Now all Ovi has to do is stutter step and step to the middle, and there's no chance for Barry to take him and take time and space away. You always want to hear that phrase about great players. Well, Barry doesn't take time or space, and that is launched off the stick of Ovechkin. Top cheese.
On top, this is Kempny. Through the seam, Ovechkin fires, he scores! Alex Ovechkin at 30.
First player to 30 once again. It's 5 or 6 times now that he's beat everybody to the 30-goal plateau. And he has tied Mike Gartner with consistency as far as scoring 30 goals, 14 straight seasons from the start of his career. 637 now on his ledger, and it's Michael Kempny. What a seam pass through everybody, and he finds OV hanging out on the right side where we rarely see him. And watch this wrister, far side, beating Jake Allen cleanly. It's one apiece here in St. Louis.
By Vrana. Karlsson. Ovechkin two-man game. Alex fires, he scores!
A heat-seeking missile for 41.
Beautiful give and go. And it's Karlsson to Alex Ovechkin, and the bomb that Campbell cannot pick up in time. And Caps fans are going crazy here at Staples Center. And there are a ton of them sprinkled throughout this huge crowd. Here's Karlsson playing give and go. And they make the goaltender move a little bit too much, which is perfect when it comes to the execution. And that's a howitzer, just about through the net from the Capitals captain.
Carried back up by Eller. Walk back on for the pass across by Karlsson. Finessing free, it's Ovechkin. Score! Alexander Ovechkin! And it's 2-1.
John Karlsson makes the play. He jumps into the play, and then the beautiful shot fake by Alexander Ovechkin around Jay Bouwmeester. Watch this. There's Carlson. Dishes it. He's going to shoot it, right? Not so fast. Brings it, gets inside, and all in one motion. The quick release, I think, catches Binnington by surprise. But again, it's the quick release, backhand, forehand, and let it go. And yeah, a little bit of a screen by Parayko as well.
And that's the respect you have for Ovechkin's shot.
Kuznetsov feeds it for Carlson up top. John Carlson this way for an Ovechkin rocket. He scores!
It all starts beautifully by the Caps. I mentioned in the open during the first period, I wanted to see them move it from board to board. They do that. They spread out the aggressive penalty killing unit. And Alex Ovechkin, the one-timer, and what a shot it was. The thing about OV recently, he hasn't been getting pucks flat, and he hasn't been getting him in the wheelhouse. This is flat and in the wheelhouse, and it's a scorcher from downtown, above the top of the circle or at the top of the circle. And with a flick of the wrist on the slapper one-timer, the Caps take the lead here in the second.
All the way to Backstrom. Carlson, and then Siegenthaler, a wrister, deflection, score! Alex Ovechkin.
Beautiful deflection, good puck move by the Caps. That's one thing you have to be aware of when you're playing the Caps. They are a strict, real tough strike team. They strike quickly, Joe, and they just snap it, and that's 47 seconds after Vrana ties it up. That next shift, everyone says, before a goal, after a goal, when you get a goal, the next shift's critical, and they just carry the momentum. It starts with a fancy play by Oshie. The puck is kept alive. Notice as they collapse, that's one thing the Oilers do. They collapse below the tops of the circles, goes down low. Alex lets it go all the way around, and Nick Backstrom, the conductor, as it goes side to side. And nice handiwork there by the Capitals captain.
Earlier in the season for his lone shutout on the campaign. Backhand score! Alex Ovechkin through the traffic. It's 2-1.
Could not be more on cue for the grade 8. He's got his 21st, 679 goals now for the grade 8. The captain here in Washington. Here it is, Nick Backstrom on the draw to the point. Nice little shot by Orlov. He's gonna pick up the loose change in front of the net. The goal should read Ovechkin from Orlov and Backstrom. And early in the third, the Caps make it 2-1. Great strike by the Caps. Ovi ready on the backhand, and he just swipes it home.
Backstrom hauling the puck ahead. Feeds for Ovechkin. Fires. He scores! A snapshot laser beam from the captain.
This is a classic. You know, we've been talking about 900 games for Nick and Ovi. Well, you couldn't script it any better. It's a 3-on-2, and Ovi lets one go on a wicked snapshot on the right wing this time. His 22nd goal of the season. There it is. Wilson will get an assist, but his prime assist goes to Nick Backstrom. That is exactly what we wanted to see tonight, and Alex Ovechkin has tied it up here in the late stages of the first.
3:45 left in regulation. Carlson to an open Ovechkin! At the line, it's in! It bounced past Holmberg. It may have been finished off there in front. The Caps take their 6th on the night.
Capitals are very particular of when they shoot the puck. They're not a team that just shoots the puck for the sake of shooting. They want lateral passes to move the defense, to move the goalie. And on the right side, you're going to see Ovi hanging out. And here comes the pass through. Notice Backstrom lets the pass go through. It's going to be Alex's goal. He has a pair on the night. Carlson laterally, and look at how far the goalie has to move. He gets a chunk, but not enough.
Kuznetsov working the goal line now. Twister pass in the front. Score! Alex Ovechkin, 7-01.
Looked like from up here, he batted that baby out of midair, and Brossoit no chance. And the Capitals strike early. This is what they wanted to do. Get an early goal. There's one shot, and there's a second out of midair. The Jets hanging around in front of the net, not taking any bodies, not taking the stick away from Alex Ovechkin. And the second chance works wonders. Here's a look at Ovi, isolation. There's the first shot off the leg, the second one out of the air. And the goalie has nothing to do there. He's just saying, how the heck did that just beat me?
Tried to force it. Down on her knee was Suter. 12 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Ovechkin scores! He got it that time. Bar down for Ovechkin. A power play goal ties it.
And there's nothing you can do. This is just great 5-on-3 hockey by the Washington Capitals. They don't panic. Ryan Hartman's in the lane 2 times in a row. He's taken body on stick. You can see, watch Hartman comes out. Ovechkin's directing traffic. But watch Hartman come flashing out, gets in the lane. I mean, that just goes right through him. That just shows you how lethal Alexander Ovechkin is. 2 times in the same sequence, a rolling puck, he gets it, snaps it off the glove, off the post, and in.
They could use some of that offensive diversity. Now, there it is! Ovechkin right off the draw with a rocket.
Well, you asked for it and you got it. The grade 8 talked to his stick as we went to break, and he says, don't let me down. Well, there is the grade 8. What a shot off the draw. And just like that, it's a 1-goal game. That's how quickly it can change. Nick Backstrom wins it, 1 step, he picks it up and shoots it short side. No one in the world's gonna stop that. Way to go back to Nicky. And there's the shot. No one out on Ovechkin because he picked it out of the circle himself. Picks it and shoots it in 1 foul sweep of his stick. What a shot. That's the OV we've been looking for.
That one was uncorked with some anger.
Ovechkin again. Tees it up on edge, blocked by Haig, who lost his stick. Backstrom grinds it high. One-timer Ovechkin, they score! Have a day, grade 8. Alex Ovechkin does it again.
Well, the Capitals respond after the Flyers tie it, and Alexander Ovechkin, he had at least 4 or 5 shot attempts in the last 25 seconds, and here, after a great shot block by Haig, this puck finds its way to Ovechkin. As Backstrom walks the wall, gets it to the front, this puck is on edge a little bit. I'm not sure if Wilson touches it or not. And off the post and in.
Looking to pad their lead. Schultz, Backstrom, Oshie, who has 2. There's Ovechkin. There's a goal for the grade 8 on the power play. Alex Ovechkin making 7-12 in his career, and the Caps have a 2-goal lead.
This power play is so darn dangerous. You can't take penalties against it, but when they're winning faceoffs and they win this one, Oshie's going to win it back, and then they go to work. And watch Oshie right here. This is a thing of beauty. What a pass over to Ovechkin. He gets the initial relay from Backstrom right there, and then TJ Oshie going to make a really slick play around Damon Severson. And look at Ovechkin on the icing line, right-hand shot. He knows, one-timer available, and he cashes.
Kuznetsov, Oshie, Backstrom, Carlson, Ovechkin. A 2-man advantage now. Ovechkin thunders, he scores!
A lot of mustard on that, baby. This is a big one. For Ovechkin, number 1 is 20th. Number 2, his 266, which moves him past Hull and into second place by himself when it comes to PPGs. Just a nice setup. And of course, it's Carlson that puts it in the wheelhouse, and it is a howitzer. Swayman has never seen a shot like that before. The Caps have crawled back into it. It's 3-1.
Young Jeremy Swayman can join the club of goalies who've surrendered tallies on that kind of wicked slap shot delivery. Kuznetsov and Backstrom playing the 2-man game. Nicholas looking to the inside, trying to find Oshie. Kuznetsov spies across rink, can't get it to Ovechkin yet. Now it will come from a blast. He scores! Alex Ovechkin. Even money against the Flyers this season.
And in his career, his 41st goal in his 63rd game, and that was a Blue Bayou slap shot one-timer, 56 seconds it took on the Capitals power play. Good puck presence by the Caps. Kuzi starts it back to Carlson, right to Ovi. Sanheim tries to get out. Doesn't get out in time, Joe. Or that's Myers who can't get out in time. Watch the play. Provorov down low, piping in, Joe, but they didn't have the blocker set up right there, and that is Myers, who's caught sort of flat-footed, didn't extend out to Ovi, and Ovi pounds her home.
Ovechkin rumbling through center, 3-on-3. Ovechkin fires, he scores!
This place is going bananas now. Their captain strikes and they tied it up 3 apiece. Bad turnover in the neutral zone by the Calgary Flames. And left out to dry was their D coming back. Anderson, he's the only one. Look at everybody caught up. And there's Anderson saying, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And he just backpedals. And that's a howitzer off the wing. How many times we have seen this in his career? It's amazing. Puck rolling, calms it down. The slider wrist beats the goalie as clean as possible. And the Selly on the bench, you can see firsthand.
Alexander Ovechkin has got a breakaway. On his own, Ovechkin scores! Number 736 for Alexander Ovechkin. And the Capitals get the lead back.
When you're in your home building, you know the bounces. And so this bounce off the wall by Paul is for a one-timer of Zaitsev, but the puck's coming off the wall so slowly that Ovechkin's able to get in the lane and get right in front of Zaitsev as he's going to fire it. So it goes off the shin pads, and he's able to track it down, and once he's hunting the puck down and all he's looking at is him, and Gustafsson at the other end, he's got plenty of time to formulate what he's going to do.
Ovechkin trying to run through center. The feed to Eller. Ovechkin moves in, he has a chance and he scores! Alex Ovechkin makes it a 4-2 game with his 10th goal of the year.
And one that just seemed to find the 5-hole there. Not sure if it was screened here by Forsland or it hit him. Especially when he always gets the puck. He always puts himself in a position, you know, to shoot the puck. Actually went underneath his catching glove there. Looked like it went 5-hole, but such a great shooter that he's going to get this opportunity. Everything's going to go to the net.
The half board. Spins it on top. Carlson will walk the line. John Carlson feeds. Ovechkin fires. He scores! A bullet from the grade 8.
28 seconds after Vlasic sent off for throwing the puck over the glass. Alex Ovechkin on the board, his 13th goal of his career against San Jose, moving up the ranks once again in power play goals. Not too far from the great Dave Andreychuk. Here's the play. They have it beautifully set up. 1-3-1. Excellent entry. Started this whole play, and that's a wheelhouse defined.
As Carlson looks to connect the dots with Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin steps and fires. He scores! 750 for the grade 8.
Bad turnover in front of Tarasov, and the Capitals rewind, and Alex Ovechkin, a patented wrist shot off the wing. Here comes the rewind, quick up, and watch him just whiz it past Werenski in the far side of the goaltender Tarasov. 750 and his 17th straight season with 20 goals, which is impressive. Only 7 men have done it with Alex now. That is some shot, and the Caps have a 2-0 lead.
Kuznetsov shimmies down the boards away from Highmore. Schultz, Ovechkin fires, score!
They're on their feet. Shake, rattle, and roll indeed. Starts with Kuzi, Schultz, and a beautiful pass. He has hit Ovi in the wheelhouse every single time to start this power play. And this one, a body blow through the legs of Demko. Ovechkin always has been known for a hard, heavy shot, and this is the remnants of what happens when he hits the net there. The goaltender can't close the 5-hole enough, and Ovi has his 26th of the season.
Another 60 seconds. Shots on goal are level 19 apiece. Backstrom guides it to Karlsson. Ovechkin one-timer. Score! The formula converts again.
They're shaking, they're rattling, and they're rolling here after the captain bombs one past Drieger for his 34th. He's 3 to pass Jaromir Jagr. What a setup. The power play's on fire. Here's the shot, so wide open. Poor penalty killing, not knowing where number 8 is. They allowed him way too much space, and he just unloads a rocket. And deception by John Karlsson, looking down, not even looking at where he's passing, makes that a tough play to defend. The Caps have struck again. They're up by 2.
9:20 to go in the second period. The Caps still working on the man up. Ovechkin from skate to stick. Rockets! He scores! Alex Ovechkin, the lead back to 3.
Good God, what a shot! Man, that just about went through the meshing. He's already put one just about through the glass, and this one, a howitzer of a wrister. Past Merzlikins, and the Caps needed that response, as I mentioned, to start this power play, and they got it. And it's the 4th goal of the game. Ovi on the board. Just great puck work down low. Little triangle, then Connor finds Ovi, and he rips it past the defenseman Peak, who's trying to block that puck coming out, and he just rips it. And it goes right past the shoulder of the goaltender. An isolation of Ovi, foot to stick, and the Caps strike on the power play.
Very similar to the goal he scored against Korpisalo back here in November, the one that pushed him past Brett Hull at the time on the all-time scoring list.
3 different spots to make sure they got him in that draft year.
When the Caps rolled over Braden Holtby and the Stars back in late January, they knocked Holtby out of the game. Ottinger had a couple of saves. Ovechkin fires, he scores! Shot number 6,001 is his 40th goal of the season.
They're going to need extra pages in the historic books of the National Hockey League when it comes to Alex Ovechkin. I mean, it seems every different day or night, there's something of a milestone for the grade 8, and this is typical Washington Capitals power play. You know it's coming. The win of the draw is the most important thing right here, and Kuznetsov does a great job chipping it to Karlsson. Immediate pass and relay to Alex Ovechkin. And there's the blast we've seen year after year. Past the left toe, it's a 2-1 ball game.
Absence, 4th or 5th time he's left the lineup this season. Kuznetsov, great look, score! Alex Ovechkin!
We got apples, we got shake, rattle, and roll. Everything's clicking here in the 3rd period for the Caps. Kuznetsov will continue his point streak and make it a dozen as he throws that puck across to a wide-open Alex Ovechkin. Add another one to his list named Dawes, the goaltender, that he's beaten his career. Well over 150 different goalies that he has beaten. The passing has been to perfection by the good guys here in the 3rd.
The 5-on-3 continues. Letang's back in the game, however.
Another big face-off win. One-timer to goal! Ovechkin from that familiar spot in the left circle. Blasted one by Jarry. A power play goal to tie it at 3.
There's certain things when you see in a game, if you love the game, they just give you a little extra juice. I'm standing right in line with Ovechkin here. I can see the gap that Jarry doesn't have, and this thing sounds like a bowling ball coming off his stick. It's so loud the way that he hammers it
The pass from Carlson's on the tee, and it's in the net before Jarry can move, and it's a power play goal. The Caps have evened it, and they still got 90 seconds of power play time.
5-on-5 play here as Kuznetsov stretches his legs. Evgeny Kuznetsov to the outside. Goes to the glide, great pass, score! Alex Ovechkin!
What a play by Kuznetsov from one end to the other, and then finds his running mate, Alex Ovechkin. 14 goals now in his last 20 games, and he again dents the twine against the Montreal Canadiens. That's goal number 47 for the grade 8. Here he is, getting that pocket under the bar. She goes. Too wide open, everybody mesmerized by the stick work of Kuznetsov, and everybody forgets to pick up number 8, the greatest goal scorer of all time, and he puts it under the bar.
The headman's on target. Kuznetsov closing. Rink wide, score! Ovechkin's 49th of the season.
What a rewind and what a pass by Kuznetsov. A quick rewind in the wheelhouse, and the Caps fans are going crazy here in Vegas. He's got number 49. The oldest player ever to score that many goals is Alex Ovechkin. Watch the right side of the screen. Talk about letting it go in a hurry. No chance for Thompson with his right pad coming across. Blue Bayou snapshot, and it's 2-1 Caps.
Alex Ovechkin, 17 goals in the last 22 games.
An original 6 matchup with the Rangers tonight. Alex Ovechkin from skate to stick, he scores! Alex Ovechkin is tied Gordie Howe, sharing a mark in history.
Amazing, tying him for the most goals with one franchise. Alex Ovechkin, top shelf. I was just mentioning that line, whether it was with Mantha or Connor Sherry, doing some damage tonight. And here it is, another work on the draw. You know, you lose a draw, you still got to pressure. The Capitals pressure, beautiful feed by Kuznetsov, who shut off the wall and then found Alex Ovechkin. Look at him look at the net, then moves it. And by then, Husso just about moved farther across to face Alex Ovechkin. And it goes under the far glove side. Ovi on the board. History in the making.
Sonny's first game as a Cap. Point position, Mantha. Slap shot of the way, score! Alex Ovechkin, the grade 8, is number 1 with one team.
The fans are taking all this in. Every time he steps on the ice here, it's something special. He gives that stick to the training staff. 787. And here's the shot. Nice little setup. Move the puck D to D and into the wheelhouse. And there's that blocker side. I said it was hard to score on. I guess not for Ovi, because that shot's there before he even moves his blocker. A nice pass, a nice feed. And there's the shot into the history books, the Capitals captain.
The Warriors working Herbert Bank and the Capitals. Ovechkin steps in with a wrister. He scores! The power play's on fire.
Cody Ceci takes a long skate across to his bench. 5 seconds after the drop of the puck. A scorching wrist shot over the left shoulder of Stuart Skinner. Here's Kuzi. He'll get a primary assist. Right back to Gustafsson, who's pulling the Carlson tonight. He leads the team in ice close to 16 minutes. And here's a beautiful pass and the wrister in the crux of the arm of Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner said, as I mentioned in the first, he wanted to face Ovechkin's shot. That one, he doesn't get a piece of it. The Caps are up 4-2.
And then he got it off to the post.
Wow. The teams have combined to hit 7 posts tonight. Strome, pass across, score! Alex Ovechkin, number 790. The overtime winner for Washington.
chance for Ovechkin a little bit earlier. Gets this puck. Watch this. He's got a chance to shoot it here. He doesn't. Then he goes to his backhand and then off the post. But watch this pass by Dylan Strome to set up the overtime game-winning goal. It's a very, very close change with too many men on the ice for the Caps. Watch this pass by Strome, right in the wheelhouse. And another goaltender. Right on the belt loop of Alexander Ovechkin by putting the puck by him, Jonesy.
Yeah, and I don't even know if the Flyers touched the puck after the opening face-off of overtime. Capitals kept possession, they got their chances, and they got it on the right guy's stick. To end this one, had one
Jonesy
changed earlier, but he finishes on this one.
Watch what Ovechkin does here. Strome is waiting for him to get in a position where he's ready to go. But watch the quick little stick tap, right? There, see it? Quick little tap, saying, okay, now I'm ready. Now, he wasn't square there. His hips were at the end zone, towards the net, and he had his arms back. See him? He just says, okay, I'm ready for it. I mean, that thing is on his stick and off his stick. Extremely quick. And the grade 8 gets the OT-GWG and a comeback win here over the Flyers.
You gotta pressure them all over the ice smartly. No, put yourself out of position.
Turnover here, score! Alex Ovechkin, history making on the road.
Yep, now Alex Ovechkin ties Wayne Gretzky his 402nd goal on the road for the Washington Capitals. Amazing. His career total 792, and he's victimized another goalie, his 165th goalie he scored against it. Martin, here's the play behind the net. The bad exchange behind the cage leads to Ovi jumping on the loose puck. Here it is, hits his skate, goes hard. Quinn turns the puck over. This will probably be unassisted for the Capitals captain. Excellent stop by Lindgren.
Alex Ovechkin rumbling through center with Strome on the drop. Ovechkin closing. Snapshot here. Score! How's that for 801?
Greatness before us. He's tied Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe. 801 goals for the Capitals captain. And it's a beautiful set play. It's a little drop pass, and he just rips it past Dylan and through the 5-hole of Riddick. Amazing, incredible, and breathtaking with 801.
As the fans serenade him with the OV chants. There's a whistle and stoppage and play on the offside call. 1:28 to go in the first. Tied now, second all time. Proud family members looking on, capturing every moment.
Yep, here it is. Strome will get the primary helper, a little crisscross. Notice they sagged. Dylan was caught flat-footed, and he uses him as a screen and rips it past him and the 5-hole of Riddick. Another goaltender he has beat for the first time. Alex Ovechkin on the board, 801.
Thompson has not had a good day at the dock. There's Ovechkin to the roof. Alex Ovechkin brings the Caps within one.
No doubt about that one. As clean as you can win a draw number one, and absolutely no one in white getting out to OV. Everybody's sort of at a standstill. Skinner took the long way around to get to Ovi. The defenseman there, Dahlin, would have been better served to go out to Ovi with the miscue of the forward checking Alex Ovechkin. And he gets it, and that is an Ovechkin shot to the top corner. Another goaltender for Ovechkin to beat.
Flop play for Iorio.
Looking to get it right back. Ovechkin fires and scores! The great eight with a far side bullet.
Did I ever love that play right there by Ovi? Did he ever let that fly? A quick response by the Washington Capitals just 9 seconds after the Sharks got their third goal. And here it is right off the draw. Ovi separates from the winger, just rotates around, gets a quick rink-wide pass, and just beats the defender. And there the defender made a huge mistake. He turned the wrong way. There he is trying to get back on the play. The defenseman turns the opposite way. That was Ferraro.
Roll it back. Sandin looking for Ovechkin. Bombs away! He scores!
And they'll still have a power play after scoring their 5th 5-on-3 goal this season. And it is a rocket ship. You can hear it hit the crossbar all the way up here in the booth. What a pass by Sandin. Number 1 in the wheelhouse. Number 2, it had the exact pace that he needed to send it across on. The retrieval, the give and go along the wall with Kuznetsov. He goes down and then throws it back up, working down low with Backstrom. Sandin gets it, and there's the pace, and there's the accuracy, and there's the unloading of the slapper by the Capitals captain.
Erring on caution that side.
Wilson, Ovechkin at a save wall again. Carlson, neck front, Ovechkin scores. Capitals on the board, and Ovechkin's got his first of the season.
I think we just felt and heard a collective sigh of relief from Capitals Nation, getting Ovechkin on the board and their power play getting a goal. You look at the way that they move it. It's not a traditional setup. It's a great job right here. The puck comes over. All 4 Leafs killers are puck watching. They're going over there. They're watching it. And by the way, Ovechkin was over there, so they're worried about him. And then Ovechkin crosses over, gets to the spot that he doesn't usually stand. And it's a beautiful pass, easy tapping goal for number 8. Take advantage of a massive miscue by the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Michael through center. 6 goals this season, 5 of them at even, the other one to shorty. Strome on the feet, Ovechkin fires, score!
That baby was definitely shake, rattling, and rolling in the top corner of the net. What a shot, what a play. Beautiful pass right there. Protas to Strome, to Ovi in the wheelhouse. And it's in and out like a rocket ship. What a pass. All around on the passing play. Protas, Strome, top shelf. One countryman against the other countryman. And the Capitals captain rifles one top corner. Just as the penalty expired, here's the shot short side, hits the water bottle, and it's 2 apiece here in the second.
Cap set up now, fake shot Sandin. He's got some confidence in his game after that early pair with Bear. Ovi to the net, score! 830 for Alex Ovechkin. Makes it 4-0 Washington.
The greats always make adjustment. And the grade 8 Alexander Ovechkin was not in the OV office. He was playing the role of a defenseman up high. And I noticed that in the formation once they got to their set, as my man EJ always says. Watch this play here. Watch up top, Alexander Ovechkin, left of your screen. He's playing the role of John Carlson. He's all the way up like a defenseman, Callie. And a very simple and effective shot, as you pointed out, Callie. Wrist shot from distance. Alexander Ovechkin tickles it twice.
Yeah, he does. And when we saw it in the first power play, I thought maybe he just got out of position on the, the forecheck, had a cover. But second power play come out, obviously stays on the ice as he does. He's in that same right position on the point. It's a little wrinkle by the Capitals, and it pays off.
Philadelphia right back to work tomorrow. They play host to Ottawa. Off this draw, set piece, score! Alex Ovechkin!
vintage Ovi, and the fans loving it. They're back in this ball game after a face-off draw win, and Ovi does what Ovi does, far-siding in. Another goalie he has victimized now. He had victimized Nedeljkovic earlier on in January with Pittsburgh, and now he does it, I think, for the 173rd time. Far side, no chance for Ersson. Off the draw, little bump set there by Tom Wilson, who places it perfectly into the wheelhouse of Alex Ovechkin. Beat 10 or more. Flyers have 15 on the season.
Wilson on the drop, Pacioretty, snapshot, deflection, score! Alex Ovechkin, goal number 20.
What a fantastic pass by Pacioretty. He saw him, he read where that play was gonna go, and Alex Ovechkin, 19 straight seasons with 20 or more goals. He hit number 2-0 on that play, and it's a beauty. Look at that pass up the middle, and hustle by Wilson, battling to get that puck, and he wins the battle. And now to Pacioretty, to Ovechkin for a deflection in tight. And Ovi usually not in that spot, but right place, right time for Alex Ovechkin, the captain. Here's an isolation of Ovechkin getting open. And there's a little redirect, and he beats Wolf cleanly. The Caps are up 2-0.
Topside Carlson, half boards Lapierre, Miroshnichenko for Strome, backdoor, score! Alex Ovechkin!
The power play stays hot. 19 power plays now, their last 18 games. Dylan Strome, what a pass. Watch Dylan, the patience, make sure he gets it under the stick of Kochetkov, who was very good in this game, preventing those passes from getting across. And for Alex, it's just a layup. You're not going to be able to stop the big man. Doesn't matter what you do there. His stick's going to be too strong for you. A little bit of a broken pass there, but on the doorstep in the triangle formation, Alex Ovechkin notches one.
Carolina has a 6-2 lead over Boston after just 2 periods. Loose in front here, great chance down low. Ovechkin scores!
Love that song. Shake, rattle, and roll here in Washington. Beautiful feed. Strome, Protas, Ovi. He finally collects, totally pulls Primo out of position on the triangulation passing play. He calms it down and puts it home. Goal number 858. 37 goals now for Alex to pass the great one.
12:27, the time of the marker for Ovechkin. Both of them defended by William Karlsson of the Golden Knights, 71. Ovechkin sweeping one to the front. Score! The carom hits pay dirt. Ovechkin celebrates again.
Number one, the setup, a quick setup. They didn't waste a lot of time, just about 45 seconds or so to get it in the zone, set it up. Ovi gets a shot away, and his buddy Samsonov is denied that stop because of the redirect in front of the net, the deflection. Here's a look at it. Ovi on the right side. He gets the puck. He immediately shoots it. It goes right off the defender, Pietrangelo, and into the back of the net. Absolutely no chance. Ovi will take it. Why not? 31 now from getting past the great one for the all-time scoring list.
39-year-old Alex Ovechkin with goals in 7 of his last 10 games. Ovechkin was on the board. Dubois looking for the captain. Ovechkin fires. He scores! Hot as a pistol. Blazing away in Salt Lake City.
And the fans are here in Utah Delta Center to see their favorite Cap, Alex Ovechkin, and he delivers. This is a bad play again from Utah. A misplay by their goaltender Ingram costs him big time, and Alex has the wrister through a screen. He doesn't see it past his catching mitt, And now he's 28 away from beating Wayne Gretzky in goal scoring. There's the shot, the double screen. Ingram pickpocketed that one to the corner, misplayed it, and all of a sudden now, Alex Ovechkin on the isolation. Backhand, forehand, wrister. He's on the board to make it 3-1.
Locker, the location of that wrist shot was ridiculous. To pick the corner, the junction right where the crossbar meets the post. Smith with some get up and go.
What a fantastic defensive play by Rasmus.
2-on-1 with Ovechkin. Ovechkin fires, he scores! Alex Ovechkin, an overtime hero in Ottawa.
How fantastic is that? The way Alex has dominated Ottawa in his career, comes in and gets his 874th goal to the top shelf. What a shot. 21 now for Ovi to pass Gretzky, and that was a roof job against Marilainen, and another goalie he has scored against. He now has scored against the most goaltenders in the history of the National Hockey League. And here comes Sandin coming up the ice, the little dish to Ovi, backhand style, and a rolling puck. We've always seen Ovi be the best shooter on a rolling puck, and it's a knuckle puck to the top corner. He catches it, it rolls on him, and he's still able to have accuracy to the top corner.
3 minutes, 7 seconds into overtime. Alex Ovechkin makes Washington a 30-game winner. 30 wins in 45 outings when this one tickles the twine.
And it all started, Joe, you made the great call of Sandin defending at one end. He defends at one end, and he's on the attack the other way. Sandin's having his best year ever. And then, of course, the sauce backhand to Alex Ovechkin gives the good guys a 2-point night.
As the great chase continues, Locker, this great chase brought to you by Venture Global.
Isn't it something? 21 now to go for the Caps captain to get past Wayne Gretzky.
Mobbed by his mates, the Capitals continue their winning ways, 6-0-3 in their last 9 overall. The day after Ovechkin scores, you get 50% off regular menu price pizzas at participating Papa John's with code OVI50. Locker, this is the point you were making. First look at Levi Marilainen, goalie number 179. He's punched through.
The levee broke late in this game for Ovi and the Caps. He's now number 1. Seems like every goal he scores from here on in has some historical significance, and it does again tonight, getting past Jaromir Jagr.